Wake the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on?
We're waking you up. You ought to love it.
It's a privilege to hear our voices.
This is so cool.
It's fucking hysterically funny.
Oh, this is good radio right here.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
1 minute you're acting like an intelligent guy, the next minute you're acting like a big giant ass.
He's got to try to fart. Oh, my God. It's fucking brilliant, man.
Really funny shit.
Arousing in perverse and interesting ways.
It's like an audio rape, yes.
It's amazing.
This is the best show ever.
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I'll figure it out. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, everyone out there in Radio Land.
Didn't we just do this?
Just did it. I walked out that door to the studio.
Yeah.
I went to the elevator.
Yeah.
Turned around, came back, sat down, and now here I am.
In 1 week, we'll do a month's worth of podcasts.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no.
Wait, what more than that? Right?
In 1 week.
16 podcasts?
No, in 1 week, we will do
4 podcasts a day.
20 weeks of podcasting. There's a lot of you are checking out the podcasts out there. I'm checking out a lot of podcasts. I was telling Anthony today. And these guys are doing a nice hour once a week.
Sure.
And it seems like the fan base of these individuals, that's good enough for them.
Yeah.
Well, in 1 week, we'll do 20 weeks of podcasting.
Just put it in the can.
That means in 3 weeks, we'll do over a year of podcasting.
Shove it in the can. Yeah.
There's a whole new world out there. And I'm paying attention, that's for sure. Spike Lee should be arrested. Breaking news, Spike Lee should be arrested.
I think anybody else would in that situation. We'd be fired and probably have some kind of charges put against us if we even put out somebody's address out there with the intent of having some kind of violence perpetrated on them.
Spike Lee should be arrested. Is anyone saying this? Is anyone even covering this story at all on the TV?
Well, he apologized. He had no comment, and then he apologized.
Doesn't matter if he apologized. This is a case where he should be arrested. He's sending people to the wrong. First of all, he shouldn't have done it in the first place. Second of all, he's sending people to the wrong address.
Whoops.
What's the law if you retweet something?
Yeah, that's
it.
it.
He retweeted it.
It gets a little dodgy.
It gets weird. Like, yeah, what is it if
He
you
retweeted?
Yeah.
But he's like, he's the face of this whole controversy, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, of that.
yeah.
Citing.
He was inciting some people to perhaps perpetrate violence upon whoever lived at that house. He thought it was Jorge Zimmerman. Jorge Zimmerman, the gentleman. It's in a bit of a jam up these days.
Is his real name Jorge?
No, it's George Zimmerman, but I'm calling him Jorge because he's Hispanic.
Yeah.
And it's Jorge.
Because Whitey doesn't want to be involved with this one.
Nah.
We just don't want to be involved with this one. Man.
Nah. So Spike Lee apparently read a tweet that included what was purported to be Jorge Zimmerman's address.
Right.
And then he retweeted it. And with some of the other stories out there, like the, what is it, the fucking new Black Panthers saying that there's a $10,000 bounty out, dead or alive, for Jorge Zimmerman.
They're now saying dead or alive.
Well, they said that right from the start, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought they were trying to keep it
Oh,
a little vague.
No.
I didn't know they went dead or alive.
They're clown shoes.
I know what they were, assuming with their statement. But,
Nah.
Yes, Spike Lee should be fucking brought in for questioning.
Yeah. Questioning.
He really should.
Yeah.
Get him off the fucking basketball court over there at MSG and question this fucking freak.
Yeah, it's really he had a motive there, you know. And what he did was wrong. He gave the wrong address.
Very irresponsible.
Gave the address to some elderly couple. Oh my God. It couldn't have been a worse situation.
I was telling you before the show, and the message certainly didn't get to everyone that it's the wrong address.
Yeah.
So I would assume that couple is not in that address right now, right?
No, they
had to flee.
They had to flee the house for fear of their lives.
They've probably been in that house 50 years. And now they have to flee it.
Not a problem.
Live somewhere else and forever, probably. I don't know if you ever go back.
Yeah, Spike Lee decides he's going to give their address out and cause all kinds of problems. And even the fact that he thought it was Zimmerman's address and tweeted it. What is any motive there besides, hey, here's his address, go over there and hurt him or fuck him up or something. There's no other motive there.
Absolutely.
What, sightsee in front of his house? What, leave donations for the poor gentleman?
Absolutely.
I don't think that's what he...
Have a talk with him?
Yeah, I don't think that's what his motives were.
Have a discussion?
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know if that's, is that gaining momentum, this Spike Lee thing?
Yeah, a little bit, but not as much as, other stories like Zimmerman's surveillance tape when he was brought to the police station. That one's got a lot of legs because it it supposedly shows that Zimmerman didn't have all these bruises and broken nose and cut to the head that the police report has. Well, and witnesses say he has.
We're looking at the tape right now. The problem with this surveillance is it's from above and it's kind of far away.
And you think it looks clear. It's really not. There's some on his temple right there. You can see a little something. And his eye, the top of his right eye. You could see something there. And before he's brought into that room...
So why are they saying barely scratched?
Well, because they expect
the thing over his eye from even this angle looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
And like you said before the show, they certainly cleaned him up before they brought him in.
The EMTs cleaned him up. And...
is that a lump on the back of his head?
Well...
Or is that lump most of us have?
Yeah, that's a lump most. I'm not sure.
Do you have one of those lumps back there?
Yeah, everybody's got like that little bumpy thing on the back of your head.
Thing?
But it was more on the top of his head, and you see it better in another shot. And you could see one of the officers as he turns around, he's looking over the back of his head.
Right.
For some apparent reason. I don't know. Again, this is just another thing that will go in to be considered during an investigation.
Yeah, but a lot of people are going to look at that video today and really believe there's not a scratch.
Oh, they already have. I know,
that's the headline.
Arguments last night on Twitter about that tape and what it shows or doesn't show. And
what is Lawrence O'Donnell saying about this? Can you start this over? This Lawrence O'Donnell is a creep.
Lawrence O'Donnell.
After the killing of Trayvon Martin. This police video obtained by ABC News shows Zimmerman arriving at the police station in Sanford, Florida, in handcuffs.
With a graphic over his face. Good work.
Martin. And in
good work, idiots.
There is a breaking news graphic. The fucking news is fucking terrible.
For half the clip.
I'm so glad we played this.
A breaking news graphic right over George Zimmerman's face and head, the most important part of the video.
And know what the breaking news is? Police video shows no signs of fucking blood or bruises on
Zimmerman. And it was that graphic is right over Zimmerman's face. You cannot see it.
That's right over the video.
These idiots.
What lazy fucking shitheads these people are.
Why can't these guys figure out, okay, we got this video, someone's got to quickly look and go, okay,
take it down.
The graphic's going to fuck this up, so let's move the graphic over.
Unfucking believable.
Or just take it down, right.
Right.
But it's right over Zimmerman's head.
Oh, my dear Lord. What idiots. There it is. Look at that shit.
Jimmy's going to tweet it. Jimmy's going to tweet it. This is how bad the media is.
Directly over his face.
They can't even do basic shit. You got this gold. In the industry, it's like, holy shit, we got gold today. We got a video of Zimmerman. It looks like he doesn't have a scratch whatsoever. Obviously, we disagree with that here on this show. And then they don't even show the video because there's stupid graphics in the way.
Unfucking believable.
How dumb is that?
That graphic, these graphics that they're putting on the news channels are so intrusive when they're showing clips.
But this one is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's right over Zimmerman's head.
If they're going with breaking news and stuff that they can't look at beforehand, first of all, anything that they have planned to show, they should look at it and go, okay, how is the graphic going to interfere with this clip, and let's move the graphic.
Sure.
If they're doing some kind of live thing where they couldn't have looked at it beforehand, they need somebody on the switch to the graphic.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
That's somebody that's their fucking job, that when they see...
You shrink that shit, put it in the corner.
Right, you put it in the corner, you get rid of it, you do something, because the clip is the important part, not the fucking graphic, you dummies.
Looking at MSNBC right now, well, CNN and Fox, they're all doing it right now.
How lazy.
They are...
lazy.
I would say their graphics take up an eighth of the screen. Right now.
It's very intrusive,
and it's all nonsense.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's all stuff you don't need. You don't need that it's March 29th on the screen. Who needs that?
Flashy fucking.
Who needs that
branding?
Who needs the live thing?
Yeah.
No one, or the economy. Household owns at least one Apple. Who's reading that at the bottom of the fucking TV? Nobody's reading that shit.
You're going,
why do you need a giant graphic that says top talkers?
Yeah.
And then it has, like little news stories to the right of top talkers. So why wouldn't you just get rid of top talkers and just have the news shit?
And it's what they're talking about, so we know.
Oh, God. Let's go back to Lawrence O'Donnell. I would have to assume that he thinks there's not a scratch on Zimmerman.
Wow,
right?
is that fucking... Yeah. That is as lazy and terrible a job as you can do.
It makes me fucking howl. I'm not even mad. I'm like, you dopes. You fucking dopes. That's like us having like some massive fucking, breaking news on our show, and we have circus music.
Yeah.
Really loud.
Right.
Hit this.
Trayvon Martin. And in an exclusive report by NBC News, thegrio.com, a source with knowledge of the investigation says it was then Sanford Police Chief Bill Lee, along with Captain Robert O'Connor, the investigation supervisor, who made the decision to release George Zimmerman from those handcuffs on the night of February 26th. After
it goes on forever.
Yep.
It's very detailed.
Well, this is another thing that comes into play that'll be added to the investigation and be looked at. It's part of it.
Unbelievable. So,
yeah.
What's this clip from the representative? Corinne Brown of Florida. I don't know about this one, Ant. I'm out on this.
This is fucking classic.
Yeah.
Corinne, what's her name?
Brown.
Corinne Brown. She was speaking to, amazingly enough on this clip, CNN, who is usually known for being very liberal and left-leaning and not really pressing when somebody is speaking of their agenda.
Okay.
But this woman is talking about how Trayvon, the whole Trayvon situation and the need for justice for Trayvon and, the usual battle cry of especially black lawmakers.
That's what she looks like.
Yeah. And she...
What is on her head?
The CNN
That's
reporter...
Not a real hair, is it?
Oh, I know. The CNN reporter asked her something very, very, very important.
Okay.
And, you got to see for yourself. If we could play it from
let's play
from
the
there, it'd be
video.
easier because you got to watch the video and watch this fucking lying sack of shit.
We don't have
woman.
We don't have a visual element, so they can't watch. They can't watch along with us.
I was talking to Jimmy. But yeah, but the people at home, I mean, it's up online.
They can't watch.
Well, how come we don't have? They can't watch with us
because
that's right.
They can't figure out the visual element.
That's right.
Yeah,
they really.
We should mention it one time.
They really want us to just do archaic fucking radio for the rest of our careers.
But
that ain't happening. Things will change one way or the other.
We're the black and white TV of radio.
Why can't you have like a special little? I don't know. You make these guys maybe pay an extra $1 or something for the visual element if you need to make money off this stupid thing.
Yeah.
Because now everyone could go, oh, they're doing a visual thing. Cool, I'm going to go check it out alongside them.
Then the lawyers would have to look at every clip.
Oh, I know,
Is
there nudity? Is there this? Is there that?
They would ruin it.
Yeah, they would.
I'm telling you.
I'm heading toward a land with no lawyers. Are you heading toward a land with no lawyers?
I'm already there.
I'm heading there.
I'm already there.
I called Mark Maron and asked about equipment. About that he uses.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and I'm not bluffing. Every show I do, people are like, "Are you guys leaving?" It sounds like
we're leaving.
Fucking show.
Yeah.
People ask that.
No, we're leaving unless they've really fucking figured this shit out. We finally had it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I guess we didn't have it 2 years ago, so we re-signed or whatever. But this time, no, man.
I've been lining my ducks up for fucking couple of years now.
I
slowly lining them up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind staying here if they could figure it out.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I ain't doing what we're doing now. Fuck no. There has to be drastic changes.
Yeah.
We're not going to lose our audience if we leave here. I know that now.
I've done that live from the compound. It's fun, dude. It's fucking.
It's crazy.
Fun to have that visual element.
It is fun to have the visual element right there. Regardless, you just need a story like this. It'd be nice. You pop it on.
And you could replay it and shit on her and make fun of her. And
I could stack graphics up and make it like really intrusive and horrible, kind of funny.
And why would the lawyers get involved? What's the difference between like Imus Imus has a visual element every day. Jimmy did Imus yesterday. So what would the problem be if we're playing clips?
My only guess would be that
we're a news source. We're news.
I'm only guessing that's what they would say.
Well, it's when I do a podcast, 15 past the hour.
We do news.
Yeah.
We do news better than the news people.
Of course we do.
I have no doubt about it. But these assholes will call us shock jocks until we retire.
Shock jocks.
You dopes. We run circles around most of you, if not all of you.
Yeah, well,
can you do something for me today?
what's that?
Not now.
Does it
but
rhyme
maybe
with snow
later.
job?
Oh. No, I don't need a snow job.
It's a rhyme with snow job.
You made Chris Isaac a lot of money yesterday.
I know.
You saw it on the Twitter?
Yeah.
So many people downloaded their Wicked Games song
People,
yesterday.
they were like, I can't get it out of my head. Oh, I had to download the song. I've been listening to it now all day. Yeah, Troy Kwan, Chris Isaac.
There's three. I want to keep track of the things that are going on with the listeners. There's three right now.
Oh.
They're downloading Wicked Games by Chris Isaac. They're walking around their house and where they work going, my dick's all shitty.
Yeah, my dick's all shitty is a big one.
They're like, why am I singing this? And I'm singing it out loud.
It does get stuck in your head.
And I'm sorry, man, and you started it, but a lot more people are doing the sock foot pee thing.
I sure hope not, for the sake of anybody out there that isn't doing it.
They're now tweeting me after they do it for the first time, and they're like, why didn't I think of this before now?
Because it's disgusting.
Frank wants to know, how do I listen to a podcast?
Oh, Frank wants to know?
Oh, Frank was better.
Oh, we're not set up yet, but we will be. Oh, boy, we'll be.
Well, you can go to iTunes and just put in Live from the Compound in the search, and I'll pop up. So you can watch that one in the meantime.
Can I ask you something about the app? Can you just download the show and then like go forward and backwards and all that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You mean the podcasting app?
No, the Sirius XM.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Not yet.
God, why are you letting everyone catch up and go past you?
You can rewind the show on the app. You can't download it, but I do.
Why can't you download the show yet?
It's not. The technology's not.
So they
there
can
yet.
only listen live?
Yeah, or rewind it.
What do you mean?
There's you cannot download. Right. You can rewind. It's like a TiVo. Like you can rewind live programming, but you
Up
can't
to a certain amount of time.
Right. You can't download it.
Oh,
right.
Like if you start listening at 7:30, you can rewind back to 6, and then you can fast forward in spots.
Do these guys understand what's going on out there?
Right.
No.
I got like 12 podcasts on my phone right now. It takes seconds to download, and then I can listen whenever the fuck I want, and I could rewind.
We got Audible.
I could go forward. I could do whatever the fuck
Why
I
are we
want.
we're on iTunes or no, just Audible?
Audible feeds to iTunes.
You know what?
But it's not in a podcast.
If you remember, back in the days, XM was always, of the two companies, way ahead technologically.
Of course.
They saw things technologically. So I don't know who's running this technology now, but if it's the same, I don't want to. What are they? Technicians?
Well,
technicians, good, Jim.
Yeah, if it's those guys, it's not surprising that they're.
their business model was to pay one guy, and that was going to take care of everything. And then the one guy is now, kind of halfway retired, and kind of hates the company right now.
The floor would like to recognize E-Rock.
E-Rock.
You
Yes,
had to
E-Rock?
say, ouch.
Oh,
E-Rock.
Get off. 620. Reinforce me. I have a check for you, too.
Thank you. There's terrestrial shows that once they're done, about an hour after their show's done, they have it set up for podcasting right off their radio sites.
They just let everyone catch up. I mean, satellite radio was way the fuck ahead.
Yeah.
I remember Eric Logan going, the next big thing is going to be podcasts.
Yep.
He knew it.
When
but
did
then
he say that?
When he was packing his fucking boxes for Oprah.
As he's putting his
But
nameplate
you know what?
on top of the box.
But right until the end, he was giving us advice and what he thought the future was.
Yeah.
He took me and Ann out for steak and said, within 5 years, this satellite radio is going to be completely useless because of Wi-Fi. And I laughed at him. I'm like, yeah, what's this Wi-Fi thing?
What?
It might have been more than 5 years ago.
Wi-Fi.
But, man, that came true, too.
Yeah. He was a visionary, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Still is, I suppose. We don't
Visual
hear from him
element.
anymore.
And our app needs to be where they just download and they could fast forward or rewind and all that shit.
He set all those cameras up in the studio, gave us a great studio.
yeah.
God damn it, man.
Oh, we're so out of here.
We have a CR app is what we have.
Yeah.
Get it?
An app?
No, Chip.
I don't want this company making more money off us. Don't renew at this point until we figure it out. Please don't.
Oh
do
my
that to
God,
yourself.
I wouldn't
Please
go.
don't
I wouldn't
do
go that
to yourself.
far. Jesus.
I am. Get me out of here.
Really?
Oh, boy.
I don't think...
Get me out of here.
They want to hear that.
Who gives a fuck? What have they done for us? Nothing.
What have you done for me lately?
They keep the after show on, you think?
Nope.
No, that thing goes.
Fuck.
No, because it'd be after what?
After what?
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's nothing, then there's after nothing.
Maybe
Besides, you're doing the
needs
shit show during that time. How are you going to do both?
That's not a show.
Oh.
Unless Alex Bennett needs an after show.
I guess Jay Thomas said that we're, what? Yesterday?
What did he say?
Eric, what did Jay Thomas say? You know all this shit.
I don't know. No one listens to him.
Oh, shit. I saw Jay out by the computers there, sitting there. He's a pleasant guy. You know.
Why do you want to get along with everyone?
Well, it's just an easier world.
Isn't that boring?
No.
It's boring.
No, because I don't really have much of a interaction with the people that I'm pleasant to around here.
I'm just mad that he took Ira away from us.
Well, that
when we're
is
supposed to be
infuriating.
one good, big, fucking happy company.
What did he say about the show?
We've never told our guys they can't do other radio shows. Ira is scared to even talk to us in the hall.
Yeah.
I was laughing thinking about what you said yesterday about Ira in the bathroom. That is so funny.
Never.
Yeah. So, Ira, when are you going to do our show? Never. I could so picture him
I thought he
saying
would
that.
say something like, I
Yeah.
got to talk to Jay, whatever.
Never. Yeah.
It made me laugh, man. I got to be honest with you. I wasn't pissed.
Oh, hells yeah.
So where are we at? We got this lady with the really bizarre fucking hair. Way too much hair for her head.
Yeah.
We have to fucking rewind a little bit. So where are we at with this?
Yeah, CNN, one of the very cute anchor girls, I guess, she was asking this woman some questions about Trayvon. This woman, of course, is outraged, and she's in Congress.
She's a congresswoman from
Yeah,
where?
she's-
A congresswoman from where?
Congresswoman. Where the hell is she from?
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah,
oh,
she's-
Florida. Well,
yeah, she
she's
is
right
from
there.
Florida.
And, well, the woman asked, the newswoman asks her a question that's very, very, relative to the situation. And, well, let's see how this woman responds.
All right.
It's great.
Would your fellow African-American lawmakers be as concerned about this case if Trayvon wasn't black?
Let me tell you something. We had an incident in my area where a young
Wanda
white
Sykes?
female
I know.
was murdered, and I was just as concerned. Absolutely, I care about all of the children. You can make
Brown,
this.
what was her name?
The young lady that got killed.
Yes, ma'am.
In Orange County.
What was her name?
Yeah, the young lady that got killed. No, the point of the matter is, I don't remember her name, but we had all kinds of rallies in the community in Jacksonville that I participated in, and I made sure that the sheriff department had the money that they need to pursue the
Holy
case.
shit.
So just don't try to act like this is just about this one black male. This is about all of the children. And in fact, the
Now she starts
Congressional
getting
Black
mad.
Caucus is the conscience of the Congress, and we constantly work
Changing
to
the
make
subject.
things better. I've served in this Congress for a long time, and I have seen what we call a reverse Robin Hood, robbing from the poor and working people to give tax breaks to the rich.
Where is she going
We
now?
talk about it all the time.
She's
How can we
panicking.
elevate it? How can we make a difference? You're talking about deficits, but we're talking about investment in young people.
What?
She is flustered
And yes,
because she's full of shit.
The point is, I really do believe to whom God has given much, much is expected. And we're here to try to make a difference for all young people.
Congresswoman Green
I
Brown,
often say,
I hear
would
that-
America have a cold? Africa.
This woman knows she got her, too.
Oh, yeah. You got replay that one clip she just
I
said.
appreciate the dialogue.
She just said something really.
Oh.
It's okay. I mean, yeah, you don't have to go that
She
far.
should have pushed it a little bit more, though,
Yeah.
no? The reporter?
Let her rip.
Much is expected. And we're here to try to make a difference for
Listen to
all
this.
young people.
Congresswoman Green
I often
Brown,
say,
I hear
would
that-
America have a cold? African America have pneumonia.
I hear the passion. in
When
your voice.
America have
I
a
appreciate
cold,
the dialogue.
African American have pneumonia.
Wow.
What does that mean, you divisive fucking bitch? Fuck this bitch, lying cunt. I care about all the bunch of, we had a murder down here of a white girl. What's her name? I don't fucking know. Just as important as Trayvon. Oh, you know the name Trayvon. And you didn't have any rallies or marches about a white girl. Shut the fuck up, you lying sack of shit.
She participated, though.
Oh, bullshit. She's a liar. Lying. She couldn't remember the fucking girl's name. Stop it. Caught her. Caught.
She works for Congress. She's a congresswoman.
Of course she is.
God,
why wouldn't she be?
That's scary.
And fucking hats off to that hottie on CNN. Fox News is going to come a-knocking for that girl right there. She probably got her ass eaten that night by a man. No, she probably got, like...
what are you doing?
She probably got her ass kicked by her bosses for that one.
Oh, you think?
Oh, I bet. We have her on a lot, and you made her look silly, and we don't do that on CNN unless they're Republican.
They like her. She's on every day.
Oh.
I forget her name, but she's on CNN every afternoon. So.
The black girl or the white girl?
Oh, no, the white girl. I forget her name.
Whitey. Yeah, you forgot her name. See, you're just like this woman.
Oh, God, yeah. You're
that
right.
clip is so great, and I do think if you're listening and you want to see it, you really should pop this up and take a look, because her panicked fucking face when she can't remember that name. She's looking over to the side to her people.
Help me.
Like they're going to draw up a cue card.
Right.
Or she's going to get one of Obama's teleprompters out there to help her out with this murdered girl's name that's just as important as Trayvon. Shut it, you lying sack. Yes.
I like that one.
No.
Bravo.
So, yeah, that was a good one.
When do the riots start?
Well, if he
that's all I need to know.
If he isn't indicted by a grand jury, I think the riots will indeed start.
I don't know. I'll tell you, a Drudge report. I'm so happy Drudge is there. There's been too many missteps on the other side. Spike Lee tweeting that address, it just looks ridiculous. An older NAACP member criticizing Sharpton and Jackson. Martin Luther King's now niece criticizing Sharpton and Jackson as kind of race baiting.
Yeah.
And Drudge is putting out a lot of other stuff. And I don't think Trayvon Martin was a bad. I think there's stuff about him getting having pot. It's like, who gives a shit?
That's stupid. I know.
But I'm talking about the people that aren't following this that closely.
And there are a lot of them.
I think those people will have some issues.
Maybe,
There will definitely be some flare-ups.
Yeah, there's people
that
are
going to be some things that happen.
Yeah, they're very, very passionate on that side, and if he's not indicted, you'll get a lot of people that aren't familiar with the case, and all they know is some guy, supposedly white guy, shot a black, young, innocent man, and when all they know is that, if something does happen and he's not indicted, or he is indicted, goes to trial, and he's acquitted, holy mother of pearl, there will be some shenanigans.
Did you see the hoodie guy?
Which one? On the floor?
Yeah.
In Congress? Yeah.
Hoodie guy. Who was trying to stay on script and get his outfit together at the same time. It makes me laugh.
He can't do it. Can't get it. No, he's being yelled at.
He's trying to be, calm as he takes off his suit jacket to show the hood. Yeah. And then he needs to put the hoodie up. And the whole time he's still trying to talk, and then he's like, he takes his glasses off, he's trying to get the sunglasses on.
Yeah, he's trying to get sunglasses on and really pull the hoodie over his face.
And then the other guy's stammering as he's trying to tell him to stop.
Will the gentleman stop?
But he doesn't say it like that. He's like, he's all over the place with it. Do we have that clip?
I got confused with the whole thing, and I started tweeting, I am Unabomber.
Oh, nice.
It really is a look that was stolen from said Unabomber.
But that's what he wore.
The hoodie, yeah.
So people didn't recognize.
Or how about I am Phil Locke, the poker player that just pulls up his hoodie and puts on his sunglasses so no one could read his face. For the love of God.
Do you remember that V graphic in the final Lost for V? They had that bright fucking V on the TV. Someone just reminded me of that on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
That horrendous fucking ABC.
You went on a huge rant on that because
it drove me
so much of the screen.
It's so insulting.
Yes.
That there's such fucking promotion whores that they sacrifice their product to promote the next thing. It's fucking enraging.
Well, some podcast, I don't know, the one I do. I've filmed some stuff in front of the green screen and then shrunk it down, not as much as it should be, and I have it fly into the side of the screen, and it's me folding my arms and nodding like these horrible reality shows on True TV.
Bravo.
And it's so intrusive, and it's a big thing. Please watch, like, and it's just me pointing at the camera, folding my arms, and I don't even acknowledge it. It's just so intrusive, and it's all over the place. It's running rampant on television.
But how about, look, you got me. I want to watch this show.
Yeah.
How
I'm here.
How about we start with this show?
I'm here.
You got me. I'm here.
My next one is going to be of like a full size of me just driving through the screen in a car.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, because it's happening all around, with sound that you can't hear the dialogue because the sound's coming up.
Yeah, then they put the sound on too.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's play this. I know he was trying to make a statement, but this was pure comedy for me when I saw this.
Comedy.
What's his name? Congressman. They're just saying Congressman wears. Congressman Scheckler. Lawmaker chastised for wearing hoodie in Congress. This made me laugh, man.
That resulted in the murder of Trayvon Martin is repeated in the streets of our nation. I applaud the young people all across the land who are making a statement about hoodies, about the real hoop.
What's wrong with his voice?
He's 200 years old.
He's very old. But could you pause for a second?
It sounds like he's missing his upper teeth.
Yeah.
Not his lower, his upper.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
Yeah.
This guy knows what racism is.
Yeah.
This guy has been through some shit.
He has seen some things.
That guy has seen some real fucking racism. Guaranteed.
What did Chris Rock say? Who was the older guy that didn't like Jeremiah Wright is 66 or whatever, or whatever, and he doesn't like black people, and Chris Rock says something about nobody 66 likes white people.
Oh yeah, white people. Yeah.
He watched his whole third grade class was hung or something. He said some really funny line that kind of puts it into perspective. Like, yeah, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, he also had that one where he talks about some old guy, whether it was a relative or not, I'm not sure, but he'd be all pleasant to white people. It's like, good morning, yeah, good morning, and then as he walks away, he'd be like, crack-ass cracker, motherfucking crack-ass cracker, cracker.
Let's do this. So he slowly takes off his jacket.
He is an old guy.
And he tries to stay on script. Go ahead.
On our laws, wearing official or quasi-official clothes.
Wait, pause.
You can see what
I want to break this down. He wasn't sure if he should take his glasses off. You see that move?
Yeah. He really was like, my glasses.
He put his hands up to his glasses, put his hands back down, put them back up again. He's like, he's not sure. And then he goes, oh, wait, no, I got to take off my suit jacket first.
Did you see him fumbling with the jacket?
He really is fumbling. And he has one of the most non-threatening hoodies I've ever seen.
Of course. Of course.
All right.
Profiling has to stop, Mr. Speaker. Just because someone wears a hoodie does not make them a hoodlum. The Bible teaches us,
it's upside down.
Mr. Speaker, in the book of Micah 6:6-8,
the member will suspend.
These words,
the member will
these words, he has shown you, O man,
the member will suspend. The chair must remind members
what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And in the New Testament, Luke 4:18-20 teaches us these words. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and the recovery of sight to the blind. To set the oppressed free. I urge all who hear these words to heed these lessons.
You're not being
fair. May God bless Trayvon
This isn't
Martin,
fair.
soul, his family.
The member is no longer recognized.
It's a little joke.
We live in a joke world.
Oh, boy.
My God. I mean, good for the guy, standing up for what he believes.
Yeah.
But that was a circus, though.
Yeah. I like how the gavel got louder and louder. At first, it just, the chair suspends the speaker. Bam, bam. Got the big gavel out.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Yeah, that was, he was wearing a little hoodie, little gray hoodie. Looked like he was just going out because he was a little chilly. It didn't look threatening or menacing at all.
No, not at all.
The hoodie is kind of, synonymous with like convenience store robberies and whatnot. I watch a lot of those caught on camera shows,
Well, I mean, if you want to go out and not be recognized, you put your hood up.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Yeah, you just fucking...
You put it up...
Put your hoodie up.
You put it up to be not recognized before you put it up because you're a little cold.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. The speaker is Bobby Rush. He used to be a Black Panther.
Bobby?
Thank you, Mark in Chicago.
That guy was a Black Panther?
Oh, is that who that was?
Oh, Bobby Rush.
No, but he was the next Panther.
Yeah. I've heard of him, actually.
You've heard of Bobby Rush?
Yeah, I didn't know that was him. Oh, old Panther. Jesus. He's just an old Panther. Poor old guy. I don't mind. He's, he probably saw a lot during his youth.
Yeah.
I want to know what shenanigans he was involved in, though. He's a congressman, and I don't know if he was involved in any of those, terrorist events of blowing up police cars and police stations and government buildings and shootings and whatnot. Actually, I don't want to know. Actually, I don't care. I sound like an activist, but I'm a laziness guy, more so. Just
this
like
congressman was the same guy that thought if you put too many soldiers on Guam, it would flip over.
No fucking way. That's him?
I remember that.
What's
that?
God.
Can you find that clip?
Find that clip. Name that tune.
He thought that if you put too many people
on the island of Guam,
it would
flip
capsize or capsize.
Yeah, because islands float in the water.
It's not the same guy.
No.
Fuck.
See, we suck.
See,
who's that?
racist.
Hank Johnson. We're racist
because
he
all
looks
look
like
alike,
him.
right?
Well, no, but that guy has gray hair.
Let's play this. This is a different guy.
This is a island that, at its widest level, is 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level, or smallest
width
location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other.
Holy fuck.
Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very small island.
Some military guys telling us
Yeah.
this.
That guy has like hash marks up his fucking sleeves to his elbows.
Right.
This guy is fucking military.
This guy is, and this black dude is he a black dude or what? It's hard to tell.
He's a
actually.
black dude.
He looks
Some
like a
fucking
older
pencil
black dude.
pusher. He looks like
Yeah.
a pencil pusher.
Well, keep in mind these guys are representing us down there in Washington.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of these dummies down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a small fucking island. We get it.
All right, continue.
All right.
I remember this clip. This one is hilarious.
Miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide on the widest part of the island.
Oh my God.
And
spit it out.
I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
We got a week.
I don't
Figure it
have
out.
that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that.
Now,
how is that fucking idiot in office?
That is unfucking believable.
He's not kidding.
Does he think islands just kind of float?
Yeah, islands float around. And
does he wonder why they don't move anywhere?
Well,
the top of a mountain, you dope.
Everyone knows you have to push the big wheel in order to move the island. Right?
Oh, very good.
We all know that.
Very good.
Oh, my God.
But this was before Lost.
Where's Lapidus?
Here, back up a little bit, because I got to see what this dude, how he
Oh,
reacts
my
to
dear
this.
sweet Lord. Jesus.
Can you go back to the part where he says it'll tip over? I got to hear that again.
Oh, and he's actually showing with his hands the tipping.
He's tipping over and he's moving his hands like a capsizing motion.
We're just playing this today. This isn't the same guy that
different guy.
I wish
that
it
put the hoodie on yesterday down there.
That the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that. The Guam population, I think, currently about 175,000, and again, with 8,000 Marines and their families, it's an addition of about 25,000 more into the population.
There are two words in this guy's head, and one of them is dumb. The whole time he's talking.
Why wouldn't you just openly laugh at the guy?
I know.
Why do they have to always keep it on the up and up?
He's fucking
he's a Marine,
military.
He's
That
military.
motherfucker is on.
But what he should have done was said, "Excuse me, sir, I just want to make sure I understood. Did you say the island tip over?"
Yeah.
I wish he would have asked him to clarify that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfuck believable. Yeah. Let's hear the rest of that.
Things like the environment, the sensitive areas of the environment, coral reefs and those kinds of things. And I know that, lots of people don't like to think about that.
Mermaids.
But, we didn't think about global warming.
King Neptune.
And now we do have to think about it. And so I'm concerned from an environmental standpoint whether or not Guam is the best place to do this relocation, but it's actually the only
Deep sea diver with bubbles in my fish tank.
This is the best place. This is the farthest west U.S. territory that we own, and this is part of our nation. And in readdressing the forward presence and posture,
it's a mountaintop, like Jimmy said.
Command,
it's hilarious.
Guam is vital to this decision.
It's the top of a mountain.
And
it's going to tip over.
Dumb motherfucker.
And how come that, I remember that clip making the rounds a while ago. That was back in March of 2010.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And I remember it making the rounds as like a goof, but why wasn't this guy just fired from whatever job that is that he's doing there? He should have just been fired. Yeah, maybe he was. I don't know.
If you don't know basic knowledge, why are you representing people?
Islands,
holy fuck.
They don't really capsize.
What's his name? Hank Johnson? Yep. Hank Johnson had something to say about
you doesn't have to call me Johnson.
Hank Johnson, James, what do you got on?
You could call me...
Yeah, he also was reelected, so he's still in Congress. He just recently, the other day, said that Trayvon Martin was executed while WWP in a GC, walking while black in a gated community. So much for racial division from Congress.
More importantly, he was reelected after what he said 2 years ago?
Yes, he was.
What did he run against?
I would just put that on a loop and run it as my campaign ad.
Of course.
Complete. That's all you need.
How do you lose to this guy?
Vote for anyone but Hank Johnson. And then just fucking play that loop. It could capsize.
and he does the tilt.
Oh, he does the universal sign of an island capsizing.
What district does he represent?
Moranesville.
They got to be a bunch of dummies.
He later said that it was a metaphor.
No, that's not a metaphor.
No. It's not a metaphor.
Not how he said it.
Because he literally said the island capsized.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he was saying he thinks the island.
And he was showing it with his hands.
And
When
he's very concerned.
You know what capsize meant.
He's very concerned. Now, understand when it does capsize, that leaves a whole nother island for people to populate on top.
This video became popular a week prior to his election, and he still won.
Oh, my God.
The video was completely hot.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
How do you lose to
That's
that?
amazing.
What district is he from?
Well, we got a guy that might have some knowledge on that, Jim Norton, playing Carolines this weekend, starting tonight. Kevin in Atlanta, what's up?
Hello.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
This is a very colorful district. It's called the 4th District. It's DeKalb County down here in Atlanta. You might remember the person he defeated, one Cynthia McKinney.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is she a fucking dopey
Another
cunt?
idiot.
Which one was she again?
The one who complained because her hairstyle was different. The guy didn't recognize her and she never pin on. She was a twat.
Yeah, she got all fucking nasty.
Oh, I'm glad she lost.
Yeah.
Oh, and listen, and before Cynthia McKinney, it was her father, Billy McKinney, who was the only state representative to pull out a knife on the floor.
What fucking clowns.
I'm starting to love politics.
That's a great district.
Yeah.
It's a horrible district, and you should just
Literal caller.
stuff. Oh, it was ridiculous. It's an awful district.
I get it.
You think it's awful?
Yeah. I think it's awful.
Enough about the district.
All right, sir. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, it's that district.
Oh, Cobb County. Yeah, the same. It was Cobb County, Georgia. That's a different place.
Oh, yes.
Right? Who was from there?
The Big Boss
Big
Man.
Boss Man. Well, he from Cobb. All right.
It's a good song.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Isn't what's he doing these days? Big Boss Man.
Well,
is he making money out
Probably.
on the out on the
I would think
circuit?
he's in the independent league.
Independent? Yeah.
I
Have
think
you
he's
ever,
like an
have you
independent
seen him
guy
at some
now.
of these cons that you've been to?
There's 6 feet of dirt on top of him.
Oh,
He's
no,
deceased.
not the Big Boss Man.
We lost the Big Boss Man when?
Hit by a
Over the
car or
weekend?
something. He was a relatively young guy, so he must have been an accident must have befallen him. What happened?
He was in his late 40s. His heart gave out.
His heart gave out, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Oh, boy.
Well, at least we got Kamala still wrestling, so that's good.
Yeah, Kamala.
Thank God we got Kamala still.
He's alive.
All right, that's good.
Not wrestling.
How old
Really?
is he?
I'll give you that. But he's not. No, he's not.
Why isn't he
actively-
wrestling?
Yeah.
Well, he's just got the one leg.
What?
He's got one leg, Kamala.
Yeah.
That guy.
Oh, I
He's
remember
61.
Kamala.
Oh,
Wow.
shit, that's ancient
For a wrestler?
He has one leg. His name should be Storka instead of Kamala. He's not a camel. He's a stork.
We got a clip of the shape Kamala's in. Kamala's son is speaking out today.
Yeah, he was on some radio show that would have Kamala's son on.
Right.
Oh.
And Kamala's son had this to say. Remember, Kamala has one leg right now.
Now, we have heard some news in relation to your father, who had some complications with the high blood pressure and the diabetes. And in fact, I believe it was late last year they were doing some sort of a charity for him because he had his leg amputated. How is his condition right now? How is your dad doing?
It was kind of funny that you would ask. In fact, I just spoke with him
Funny.
about a half hour ago and told him that I would be on here and that I would like to let the wrestling fans know that he is having complications with his other foot now.
Wow.
And we will know Friday, was when I think he said, Friday we will know whether or not they'll have to take his other foot off.
Now, is there some sort of a profit or an organization or a fund that you guys have started to help out Kamala?
Actually, not really. I personally have ran a tribute show or benefit show for him.
You can feel sorry for yourself. I hope you don't do that.
Oh, you got a picture with Kamala.
And while he could still stand up.
Oh, shit.
He had two legs in that picture?
Oh, yeah. He was in his gear.
Were they looking a little ratty, the legs?
Not that
And
I
his
remember.
face is more believable and natural than dumb Sam's in that.
Oh, I know. Sam's making like
He's a wrestling face. What is
Sam,
that?
That's not my wrestling.
That face stinks.
You do that in a lot of pictures. Sam, if the leg was available, would you bid on it?
Yeah.
Being a
Oh,
big
God.
wrestling fan?
Oh.
I would, yeah. I mean, I would love to have Kamala's leg. I would prefer to. I would
Is
really
it out
like-
there somewhere?
I don't think his leg is up for auction, no.
That would be nice. How about they bring it in for like WrestleMania?
Throw it up on a pole or something?
Well, one of the other wrestlers can beat somebody with it.
Right.
Oh, my
Kamala's-
God, he's beating him with Kamala's leg.
Kamala's leg on a pole match.
Yeah.
and
Wow,
then you
that'd
get
be
to
pretty
pull
good.
the leg down and
And then you
use
just
it as a
beat
weapon.
somebody with it, with
How cool would
Kamala's
that be?
leg.
I would be watching wrestling again.
And that would be good for Kamala because it's like he's almost there participating.
Yep.
Probably get some cash out of it, which
Yeah.
he needs. He doesn't have, coverage.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
he has a retirement plan.
I delivered to the district this guy is from.
Deliver.
All right, hold on. You got to hear this guy. Which guy? The island guy? I think the island guy.
Oh.
Because there's two.
That was Kamala.
There's two guys today we're discussing. Robert in North Carolina.
Hey there, Bab.
Yes, sir. Good morning, boys. I used to deliver,
a Aldi supermarket down there in that district, and it delivered about 2 or 3 in the morning. We were not supposed to get out of the truck unless a guard was there, which was off-duty cops. I didn't know this for the first 3 months. I got out of the truck to open the doors to back into the supermarket, and I was slipping and sliding on something. I looked down. It's actual spent bullets, not the brass. The shot bullets with rifling marks on them and everything.
Get out of here. Come on.
Nice.
I do not kid about this. So one night across the street at the Kroger, there was a club next to the Kroger supermarket, and there was a running gun battle going on.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that's not the biggest problem, to deal with.
There is a half-mile up from the DeKalb detention facility also.
Jeez. It sounds like a great place.
Had by all.
Sounds like somebody running Sim City for the first time. They just don't know how to do it. Buildings are on fire. You don't know how to fix it. Crime's running rampant. You didn't put enough police.
Cynthia McKinney, also the one that wanted them to move the Mars rover over to where the astronauts landed so she could see the flag.
No fucking way. Did she say that?
It was one of those rocket scientists that is elected to
move the Mars rover over so they could see the flag of where we landed on
tell
Mars.
Me there's a clip of this.
That's fucking classic.
Let's just play clips of politicians sounding stupid.
Of idiot politicians.
Yeah.
We pay their fucking salaries, and they're dumb as dirt.
We got to find that one. Thank you, Robert.
That's a good one.
Certainly is.
Little enlightenment on the district there. That's nice.
We should break. Eat some breakfast.
Yeah.
David Tell's coming in today. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
David Tell.
Nice.
Funny motherfucker that guy is.
And I'd love to chat about this fucking cop who's been fired, who is not convicted of rape.
Oh, right. Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
It's a crazy world, man.
I know. It's fucking disgusting.
Crazy world. And we got Carson Daly saying some stuff.
Carson Daly's a shock jock.
He's the latest guy that has to apologize.
Waddle doodle.
Every day someone's apologizing. Oh, my God.
Bone dry.
We would look really stupid if we apologized for anything at this point.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Even the fake apology thing. We would look really
We
dumb.
could do fake apology.
We could still do fake apology?
Yeah, anyone could do fake apology as long as you let everybody know you're doing fake apology.
Which we've
done.
Now.
We've done for years now. We've said if we ever apologize, it will never be sincere.
But we got to tell the people it would be a fake apology now.
Yeah, it'll be a fake apology if we ever have to apologize.
Right, because the day that we have to do the fake apology, we can't tell you that it's a fake apology.
We have to sound like,
We have to sound sincere
real.
to save our asses.
But it won't be.
But it will be a fake apology.
You'll know that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's eat.
That's 866-969-1969. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm panicking.
Me and Opie are talking while the music's playing, and Iraq's waving his hands like, "Hey, we're on."
my God!
I can hear the music.
I don't know. Sometimes you turn it down in there so you can talk.
Oh, shut up!
How much do I owe you, stupid?
Oh, wow.
Why do you owe Iraq money? Sexual favors?
Yes.
Oh,
and
nice.
I told him I'd give him $1 a pound. How much?
Oh,
$300.
Well, we did wrestling, and we can't keep doing wrestling shit on this show.
Oh, no.
We
what
gave
is
him a little
this?
taste before the break. Now we got to do more after the break.
I'll just look down here and see more Uggs.
I know.
Oh, well. All right, we can just move on.
Something about WrestleMania, I guess. Hulk Hogan pinned Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 25 years ago.
What song is this?
The Hulk Hogan song.
It fucking sucks.
You don't know this song, Jimmy?
Real American. Yeah. Every.
Wow, is he a cheese dick?
Oh, yeah.
Hulk is a cheese dick.
Was the porno that he did to this? Was his fuck film?
Still waiting on it.
Yeah. I am a real American.
Hey, remember that district we were talking about before the break?
Certainly do.
Where the guy down there in Washington representing the people thinks the island of Guam was going to tip over if they added too many people to the island?
It can capsize.
It could tilt right over.
Yeah, and the one
and
before.
Sink.
And he replaced a woman that was yelling and got in trouble trying to get into one of the government buildings because she didn't have an ID.
Right.
And her hairstyle was different.
Right.
So, of course, she claimed racism.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's racist.
Sheila. No?
Cynthia McKinney was hateable.
McKinney.
Yeah. Well,
hateable.
that district, there's more info coming in from Leonard in Georgia. It's all about Georgia today on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah.
What's up, Leonard?
Hey, how are you? Listen, all about DeKalb County. The former sheriff who's currently serving a life sentence because when he was running, he decided the best political way is to murder his opponent. If you, I'm not lying. Look it up. I promise you.
So the former sheriff murdered his opponent.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I'm not 100% on the details, but a couple of years ago, him and a couple of deputies got together, staked out the guy's house, ended up murdering him, and he's on television. We're going to find out who did this horrendous crime.
Wow.
He did that horrendous crime. So that's your wonderful Harlem of the South, DeKalb County.
Oh, it sounds cool.
Boys.
That's
Thank you, man.
That's great, Leonard. Thank you.
God,
this district is
that's
amazing.
a fun district.
Sure is.
Fun.
Sure is. John, Carson Daly had to apologize.
Getting involved in shock jockery.
Shock jockery. Sure.
Shock jockery is going on there.
But the problem is he is the host of The Voice, a show that's doing very well.
Yes.
Who is Carson?
Carson Daly.
And
yes.
you can't say anything politically incorrect when you have a gig like that. No fucking way.
Well, just like us, he was talking about the JetBlue pilot.
JetBlue.
And he had this to say.
Turns out, on this particular flight, most of the people were on their way to some sort of security conference in Las Vegas.
It was a group of very large men on that
So there's
plane.
a bunch of dudes and well-trained dudes. What are the odds of that?
Thank God, right?
Thank God.
Yeah.
If that were me, I mean, my luck, it would be like, this is the flight going to Pride in San Francisco. Yeah. I mean, that would be my colleague.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We're headed down to Vegas for the floral convention. Can we get a little help up here with the pilot? Oh, no.
Oh, no, he might break my nails.
No, thank you. Handle it.
He
had to say he was sorry for that?
For that.
Don't say sorry, Carson.
What the fuck?
It's another example of a guy just trying to entertain his audience.
Well,
like it or not.
This country fucking stinks.
It's all about the apology these days.
Americans are absolute fucking babies.
We really are.
What babies?
Are we, though? Because when I walk around, I don't run into these people that are offended. Where are they?
Yeah,
Are they
fuck them.
hiding?
They don't stand up. They fucking just sit there and let people swing by the neck until it's them. Fuck them.
Right.
They all allow it. We all allow it. I mean, we speak up, but the average person doesn't. They don't write in. They don't write about it on Twitter.
I think they don't know what to do. I think it's that mentality with the anthill like we like to go to. You kick that anthill and you don't know how to organize.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of pissed off. Those ants are pissed off at first. They don't know what to do first, right?
Yeah.
But eventually the ants do figure it out and they build a new anthill.
Yes.
I don't know. Because I don't see these people when I'm walking around and doing my shit.
No, they're such a small minority. He apologized before anyone even said anything, I think, right? Did somebody get a little pissy with him?
You know
I don't
what I'm
think
saying?
so. I think he was just like, uh-oh, the story just started breaking, and he's like, did Glad get mad? Oh.
Hope I don't get in big trouble for doing this voice on the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. How come every time I watch a show where there's a gay guy, he does sound like that?
Because it's only okay to stereotype if you're from that group or if you're painting a group in a light that they find acceptable.
Yeah.
Then the stereotype is true. But if you're making fun of or painting them in a negative light, then the stereotype is not true. That's the rule.
That's just stupid.
Yes, it is.
It really is.
I know the
just
rules
stupid.
now.
Remember yesterday we were talking about schools and how they're politically correct?
Yes.
We've been doing this break for years at this point. My Twitter fucking exploded. Everyone's outraged
did you get
out
hurt?
there. It's a little bit. But everyone's outraged. There are parents out there going, it's all bullshit. But just like we were just talking about, they don't know what to do about it. They don't know how to complain. They don't know, if
nothing you can do.
If complaining would even make a difference.
No.
But a million examples were coming in yesterday.
Yeah, well, we did the story yesterday about how the New York City school system, on their tests, they've eliminated certain words that they would think would be offensive to some of the students because of their socioeconomic position, and other things about their religions. So things like dinosaur, you will not see on New York's standardized tests. because some people believe in creationism.
Right.
And you won't see things like pools referenced on tests or computers, home computers, because some people might be too impoverished. Oh, by the way, poverty. You can't use that either.
Right.
Slavery, terrorism's too scary. There's a shitload of things that they won't allow on tests anymore.
And I think a couple more came out yesterday. Do you have the article, the updated article, Sam? I think
a couple more came out?
I think television was added to that
Television?
list.
Everyone's got TV.
You would assume.
Fuck that noise. What, like flat screen TV, maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe good TV?
Jimmy wasn't here for this, but it's unbelievable. It's not, you can't say Easter Bunny. You have to say Spring Bunny. You can't say...
You have to say Spring Bunny?
They don't even say Easter eggs. They have to say spring...
Holiday eggs?
Spring eggs.
Spring spheres.
Spring
Spheres?
spheres?
What about the spring spheres?
Spring spheres.
Instead of... They don't
I
even
thought
say
Bruce
eggs.
Spring spheres at the Apollo.
Whoa! I got the fucking pistol shoot.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Someone wrote that they don't build snowmen anymore. They build snow buddies.
Snow buddies. Sounds like a rest stop fucking code word.
Or snow buddies.
Blow buddy.
It sounds like this entire... I couldn't think of group or company or staff. I was going to say a bunch of nobodies, but I failed.
Did you put tits on your snowman when you were growing up?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I did.
Would you?
And I put a little lump between the chin and chest.
Jesus.
Under the... I gave it an...
Big cock.
No,
Tucked.
I gave it a snow apple. A little... Chili Adams.
But it's now Snow Buddy.
Yeah. Someone on Fox News yesterday was
talking about this story.
Yeah, and brought up a good point. Used to go on field trips, and I remember this field trips to the Museum of Natural History, and we used to see dinosaur bones and fossils and things like that, and the history of the Earth,
right?
Things like that. I guess what they're not going to do that. They can't do that anymore because you have to explain where that came from, and it's contrary to some of their religious beliefs. So you just don't take kids to that museum.
So what, you just black out all this shit?
Yeah, you just make like it doesn't exist.
Or how about you still bring them and they go, but some dummies out there think
Some
this is...
dummies, yeah.
Some dummies think that this stuff's only
just happened
a couple thousand years old.
They really are assholes.
And that's how I would teach. Some dummies think.
Yeah.
These I don't care if you're a creationist, but to think the Earth's only 5,000 years old, you're a fucking asshole. You're an absolute asshole.
All the evidence points to the fact that
everyone,
it is much older.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, they just anything to defend their faith, anything to defend what they believe, and nobody.
We are talking to people right now that believe that shit.
Well, they're dumb. Sorry if you're listening. You're dumb.
My brother wrote, and I thought he was just being a dick or something. He texted during that discussion yesterday. I thought we did this on the air, but it turns out we didn't. He wrote, kids, and then I tweeted this yesterday, but for the people that don't follow me on Twitter, he wrote, kids can't sit Indian style anymore.
No,
right.
Cross-legged.
It's called crisscross applesauce. So a teacher will go, okay, everyone, crisscross applesauce.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
But didn't Indians
cross applesauce?
Didn't Indians sit that way?
Indian style.
Yeah.
Everyone
They
sit
didn't
down
have
Indian
chairs.
style.
Voss had the funniest joke.
Voss's joke is great.
What he told me to sit Indian style, so I got a bottle of whiskey and laid it on the curb, which was very funny.
That's great.
Yeah, you can't say sit Indian style.
Why? Why is that offensive? Like, break it down. Why would people find that offensive? For real.
Because you're equating something with an ethnicity, and Indians would say, we're tired of being cartooned. They're the only group I side with on this stuff because they're still being cartooned in the NFL and fucking on in baseball.
Right.
Like they're still like they said things like Redskins, Washington Redskins. It was that was a term used for a pile of Indian bodies. How many Redskins you got in a cart? So they find that offensive. And like squaw, like I heard a bunch of them explaining why these were offensive, and it actually made sense. Like, yeah, if you had that,
you know what? Tough shit.
Well,
I say we continue with that, and we bring everything else back.
But you can't do it with Jews or blacks, and just because political correctness stinks doesn't mean that it's never.
But there's a certain thing that, and just because I think that's it though. Just because it's one nationality doesn't mean that all nationalities have to adhere to something. It's like, it's just weird that it's not literal. When you say, the Washington Redskins, it's not like, hey, let's name our team after, Redskins. it's just sort of become a thing. When you sit Indian style, you're not thinking like, oh, let me cross my legs and sit like a savage in the dirt.
Right.
You're thinking, oh, cross leg. It's just become a thing that's said, you know?
But it is kind of like, in that case, it's almost like if you said, all right, we're going to call a team the Slaves, or we're going to call a team the Jigs,
Well,
and you had a black face on it.
Not really, because that's been put in a whole nother category of offensive, let's say. I think American Indians, they have a small group of people that are pissed off at this just to make a noise. I don't think a lot of people are offended by the fact that, they do the tomahawk chop in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. You don't think that deeply when this stuff is around you.
Yeah.
But if people stood up and started going like Allah Akbar, or started standing up and doing Hava, or doing some Jewish thing, or whatever, a Christian thing, people would object to it. People wouldn't say, hey, that's fine. People would object to it because it would bother them. The Indians are the only ones that get that shit, and I guess after hearing them explain themselves, they were being rational. They weren't being fucking knee-jerk reactionary.
Yeah.
They were just like, look, this is why.
Wounded knee-jerk reactionary. Old 70s joke.
They allowed it to be accepted a long time ago, though.
They probably had no power to do anything at that point.
Yeah, but the other groups, how do they have power?
I don't know.
Way back in the day, we weren't going to name a team, the New York Slaves or anything.
I don't think American Indians have enough of a lobby that they make an impact. And the fact that they are so isolated and so separate from our society with the reservation system and their own law enforcement and they really have done their own thing, you know?
They got different rules.
Yeah, different rules.
And a lot of those rules kind of rock.
So I don't think...
They kind of rock if you think about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to own a casino?
Well, that would be nice.
A nice family casino somewhere in the middle of the woods?
Make a lot of money.
How great would that be?
I was watching a show on the TV. I guess I'm not sure which tribe it is. Oh, what is it? But they have it's like cops on a reservation. You know?
Yeah.
So they were, and most of it was domestic violence and drunks. It's a horrible fucking situation they got going. The American Indian.
Let's say hi to Joe on Long Island. He's saying I'm a creationist. I guess that makes me an asshole, but I can argue my point. What's up, Joe? How are you, buddy?
Hi, Joe.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Hey, Joe. Hi, Joe.
How old is the Earth?
How old is the Earth? You know what? I'm a bit of a agnostic on that point, and I'll tell you why. They use carbon-14 dating to date the various strata when they do their excavations. Okay.
Yes.
Carbon-14 dating goes under the assumption that carbon decays at a set rate.
Yes, a half-life.
Yes, a half-life, but it has to be at a set rate. A certain number of years, a certain number of atoms decays.
Right.
The problem is that we've only been observing that for a shorter period of time. Now, what if carbon doesn't or hasn't always decayed at the same rate? What if at some point, or there's some mass effect earlier in the Earth's creation that caused carbon to decay at a faster rate?
You know what?
The Earth younger?
Maybe, okay. But I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I will say...
Really?
No, nor am I.
I still, even
I
if...
would like it better if you'd call me an asshole, Jim. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, when I'm calling people an asshole who completely... Being a creationist, I don't think if you believe that God created the earth, I don't think you're an asshole.
Oh, I 100% do.
I think people are assholes when they think that 5,000 years is a more reasonable guess than 4.5 billion. Like, even if the carbon thing is off... It's not off by 4.5 billion. You look around, because I look at how science has made mistakes, but I look at the way religion has handled things and has always been the last one to the fucking party when science finally puts so much out there that they just look antiquated and laughable, then they show up.
I agree with you 100% in that regard, but I do take it to this extreme. Have you ever thought of science as being somewhat of its own religion?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You take what these scientists say, unknown people to you, who, by the way, have an agenda. They have to get grant money. They have to fund their research somehow. You can't get a grant by saying God did it.
Look, I understand what you're saying, and some a lot of science. Hold on 2 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Hold on 2 seconds. A lot of science is partially faith-based because it's a lot of theory.
Absolutely.
But it's backed up by so much evidence that final step of leap of faith that you need to take is not that difficult. Now, with pure like Catholicism, it's only faith-based. You really need to take that leap of faith without any evidence whatsoever. And like Jimmy said, once science comes up with so much evidence, I didn't say science is faith-based. I said part of it is. That final little step where you don't have the actual thing in front of you, but there's so much evidence to prove that it did exist, you need to take that final step. That's what I said, idiot. Not you, idiot. Idiot on Paltalk. But now religion, like I said...
100%. Wait now.
Okay. Okay, your point, sir.
Faith can be based in observable science. For example, the creation of the universe.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory, which, by the way, is very, very well received in the scientific community, jives perfectly with the biblical creation.
Not 5,000 years ago, sir.
No, but 5,000 years ago. Now, the Bible says a day to the Lord is like 1,000 years.
Oh,
so
yeah?
who's to say? Now, first of all, time also, not just space, but time was created.
It's like a meeting here.
But
now,
okay.
No, wait. Now, look at the creation of the universe and ask any scientist, anyone, and they will tell you that the perfectly designed numbers of the universe, from the temperature of the universe at the moment of creation, to the mass, to the gravitational forces, to the strength in the atoms that exist in all of us.
Right.
All of these numbers are so incredibly fine-tuned that in order for that to happen by chance, it would have to. The odds of it are, I think, 1 in 10 to the 40th power.
Right. Now, do you understand? Hold on. Let me answer that. Let me answer that for 2 seconds. Hold on. Now, see, understand this, though. If it didn't happen that way, we would not be here to argue the point. So the mere fact that we're here dictates that it did happen, so the odds matter for nothing. Like if odds are so astronomical that it probably wouldn't happen, well, if it didn't, we wouldn't be here to argue it. So the only way we're here is the fact that it happened.
But how does that change the fact that the chances of it happening were so slim that there's probably a reason it happened, and the chances of it happening by just pure chance, by pure luck, is so astronomical? Doesn't it make you think, hey, there's a reason this was all created, and it had to be a mind behind that creation?
No, it doesn't, sir.
No, it doesn't mean that.
And sir, here's why I disagree in a way, too, because when you look at over the years, the way science is handled and the way religion is handled, look at the penalties for disagreeing with religion have been horrendous penalties.
Yeah, absolutely.
Science, hold on.
Organized religion is terrible.
Science tests and retests and tests and retests, and there is no penalty. So many people have just gone under religious doctrine because they were forced to. Stephen Hawking theorized black holes, and people thought he was dumb and it didn't exist, and then eventually it was proven. But you're allowed to do that in science, whereas up until recently in religion, there was very, very harsh penalties for disagreeing. So the more I learn scientifically, the less respect I have for religion, and the more I find it to be just nonsense.
I agree and I disagree, but what about global warming, Jim? I mean...
They make mistakes.
You disagree with global warming as a scientist. You can test and retest.
Sure.
And they've shown that the temperatures are not changing. There's been global warming. There's been global cooling. But unless you're in that clique of scientists that are global warming theorists, you get penalized.
Not by being turned upside down and sawed through the genitals, sir. Okay? Jesus Christ.
Rammed up your ass, exactly.
Well, then you can't compare the two. If you think that a little magical guy I could see if the Earth was only here by itself, but religious people thought that the Earth was the center of the universe. No, asshole, it's not. Okay, now we acknowledge it's not. Who taught you? Science. Hey, the sun revolves around us. No, assholes, it doesn't. Who taught you? Science.
Yeah.
Every single thing that religion gives into, it is because science has put so much evidence in their fucking faces that they finally could not resist without looking utterly ridiculous. They have resisted every single scientific advancement. And dinosaurs, remember when they were a big hoax? And I'm not yelling at you, sir. I'm yelling about this. Not at you, sir. But do you remember when they were just a big hoax and they were put there to advance the theories of science?
Yes, it was.
Yes, they was.
I don't remember dinosaurs ever.
Absolutely.
That was that.
I've always known of dinosaurs.
But religious people explain them by that.
That was the official line of religion, was the fact that it was just made up, that dinosaurs never really existed at all. And now they're saying 5,000 years ago. And you bring up carbon dating as the only way they're telling the dates. They're not.
All right, hold on. We got Kevin that wants to argue the carbon-14 thing with you because he thinks you're way off. So we got Kevin in Jersey, and, of course, Joe's still on the line from Long Island. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, the guy dismisses the whole age of the universe thing. Well, maybe carbon, maybe half-lives changed over time, but everything we've observed when we look through telescopes at stars that at their state where they were, well, most people believe billions of years ago.
Right.
The strong and weak nuclear forces haven't changed by a part that we can measure over billions of light years or billions of years. And he's going to throw out the whole. So he is an asshole because he says you're an asshole if you believe the Earth's 5,000 years old. He gets on and says, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but here's why maybe it isn't. And then he just throws out basic tenets, repeatedly confirmed tenets of science.
Repeatedly confirmed tenets of science, like so many other theories that have been thrown out, like, for example, the steady state theory of the universe that was widely accepted until the Big Bang theory and the red shift was discovered in the 1960s.
As we got better instruments, and we're able to be
so for me to be agnostic, for me to say, I don't really know. You're probably right. The universe probably is millions or billions of years old. You're probably right, but I'm not willing to slam the door on the possibility that, hey, when the universe was created, did it expand at a faster rate than it's expanding now? Just like if you throw a ball, does it accelerate? Does it start slowing down the minute it leaves your hand? Yes. So is that possible? I'm very open-minded.
Let me fucking talk.
Wow. Universe. I do it, little guy. You're angry in Jersey.
Sir, no, but sir, you are kind of talking over the Jersey Kevin. Let Jersey Kevin talk. Believe me, Jersey Kevin's a creep too, but we'd like to hear him.
But the steady state theory of the universe changed with more refined observation with better instruments. The carbon dating and the measurement of the weak and strong nuclear forces have only gotten more precise and more confirmed. So, you can throw that out with anything. And the reason that global warming, with your earlier example, where there's such orthodoxy in science, is only because it's been politicized by assholes, not because of any difference, not because of a change in the scientific method or measurement or science. So.
And can I jump in with just a quick point? Like when you look at, I'm known as the neutrino kid because I talk a lot about them. But they recently had a test where they thought, wow, is Einstein wrong? Is something that can move faster than the speed of light? And then this basic belief in physics, which would have changed everything if it was wrong, or it would have changed a lot. They put the data out there, and they said, go ahead, do what you got to do with it, see if it's wrong. And everybody went after it and tested it, and then they realized that there was something with one of the cables, I think. But that's how science tends to handle these things, is everybody looks at it and tests it and retests it before it just becomes accepted as basic fact.
Amen.
There's absolutely now, Jim. You're comparing though scientific theory, which is wonderful, and I believe God gave us science to explore His creation. I really do.
Sure
I believe He gave us a mind.
I'm sure He did
to explore these things.
Why wouldn't He?
God blinded me with science.
Yeah, can we play a little blind?
No, God probably did that too. He threw Pluto out there for what reason?
Iraq should have had that right on there. Fucking
no shit.
Thomas Dolby,
no
bitch.
Shit. But he had that
Thomas Dolby, bitch.
But he had that dumb Golden song yesterday.
Bam, 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 bam.
I hated that song.
One of my submarines
is
missing. The follow-up.
Now, see, God invented science. Woo! The Big Bang was 5,000 years ago.
Yes. And God,
dinosaurs wore Nikes.
That's true. Christ rode a dinosaur. He was yelling, "Giddy up!" As him and Mary Magdalene rode around the fucking Jerusalem. Sure.
Hey, Joe, we're good.
Yeah. By the way, greatest mashed potatoes I ever had was at F.H. Riley's.
You go to my brother's restaurant.
God made those mashed potatoes.
Restaurant,
You know what? Then I gotta go with this guy's theory.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Right out of
I am saying the Earth's 5,000 years old, and I can't lose a customer right now.
You might as well. Likes the potatoes.
The potatoes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kevin.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Try the mac and cheese next time. My brother doesn't even need my help anymore. That guy's rocking with his dumb restaurant. And I mean dumb in a good way. In a good
Science.
way. In a good way, Brett. In a good way. Science! More importantly, Sam is wearing a different hat today.
Oh.
We're keeping track of Sam and his hats because yesterday he was wearing a San Diego Padres hat.
What is this one? Let me see.
And what?
Oh, it's the first two letters of what he is. CR. He's a creep. or a crud.
Oh, look who
Colorado Rockies
ran in.
Oh.
Is the Colorado Rockies your team?
Yeah, it's been a team I've been looking at through
No,
spring training. And no, Kenny's right. I was being sarcastic. I don't watch baseball.
So stop wearing the hats.
I like hats.
So go get a hat of something you believe in.
No, I wear it because I like the way it looks.
I don't get that.
I'd like a suit, please, in 400 extra large, pus colored.
I know, it's the worst color.
What the fuck is that?
That's phlegm. That's the color phlegm.
Phlegm.
That's horrible.
Why, Kenny? What is the official color? Do they?
Do you have something in bile?
Why don't you throw a little color into your wardrobe? Real colors.
Look, they don't have very many things when you have to shop at the freak store.
Oh,
which one?
Self-deprecation.
But listen, let's not focus on me. Sam's falling apart. We got to figure out the underlying problem.
Not falling apart. He's gay and he's of two different races.
Overbearing, coddling mother.
Yes, who saves everything. A hoarder mom.
A fucking handlebar mustachioed father that
mustachioed
fucking drinks buttermilk and eats fucking
pickles,
anchovies,
squeezing his cock like it's a fucking thing of cookie dough to get his urine out for 20 years.
A house full of fucking memorabilia from a nobody.
What does that have to do with the hats?
Excuse me, Sam, I'm talking.
You're right.
He must be rebelling because he used to be such a sweet boy.
What?
He must be rebelling now.
Oh.
Because look how he's dressing. Motown T-shirt.
Yeah, what are you doing?
The backwards
The
hat.
hoodie?
The hoodie.
Are you Trayvon?
I've had this hoodie for years.
I know what's going on.
And my
What's
mom
going on? It's
bought
getting
this-
close to being hired by Shade 45.
Oh.
That who kid got to you, huh?
No.
He's
It's
like-
not my mom bought this shirt at an airport.
But why the Colorado Rockies? That's a black
Because I
thing.
like purple and black.
White guys, for the most part, don't wear a hat just because it looks good on them. They support the team.
So you think Sam's looking for Shade 45 to hire him,
Oh,
too?
fuck yeah.
He wants to be able to go to their events. Yo, what's up, Sammy
Word.
R in the house?
See, when we were growing up, of course, children of the '80s, right here.
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember anyone wearing a hat that wasn't from the team they support.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
That's a
didn't-
new thing.
Well, let it be a new thing then. We got to evolve with the times. But I'm just wearing a hat.
But it's not a new thing for white people.
Maybe white people need to step up their game a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Do white people
Race
do what
war in the studio.
What black people do?
Some white people
With the hat
do
thing,
it.
I mean.
White people do a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
can.
things.
Like it's a hat. It's an article of clothing. You just wear it because you like the way it looks.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good on you.
God, I'm going to take fashion advice from you.
See, I got a P6 hat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With a bullseye.
Yeah.
Because that's what Ant's into.
I go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, why advertise it? Just because?
Name
Or
one
because I like the
Colorado
place.
Rocky. Just one.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, God. Oh.
Adrian.
Name one.
I couldn't begin to think.
Name one San Diego Padre.
Roland tipped me off. Garth Brooks trained with them for some time.
San Diego
And
Padre, Father Mulcahy.
Oh, he does the clap and the pistol shoot hands now.
Okay, Padre.
The Padres won the pennant in 1984.
Yeah?
That's what one of the sports guys told me yesterday. It was
Who
news
cares?
to me.
Of course.
Yeah,
it
and
was.
they're priests.
Ah.
What?
It's very funny. Padres.
Oh, Padres.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's very good.
All right, Kenny. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just got a tweet from someone. She said the Baptists still believe dinosaurs were put there to test their faith.
Yeah.
Is that true? Like, do they really believe that, or is that not true?
It's not only they believe it, it is true, too, but dinosaurs were put there to test our faith.
One thing I did like from Joe on Long Island was the fact that he said,
potatoes,
organized religion.
Oh.
is what do you call it? Bullshit or crazy?
Hopefully
or
not in that language.
I like disorganized religion. People running around.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Jimmy, I just hear Jimmy snort a little bit like.
That's all right.
I love that though.
Oh, we'll break.
I just toss him out there.
Everybody's running around in circles or something.
Yeah.
God, the devil, heaven, hell. Do you understand? Finally, Mr. Harding.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that? I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about my life. God, the devil, hell, heaven. I love when Mr. Harding just gets fed up with everybody's malarkey and therapy.
Yeah.
Jim's wearing a Los Angeles sweatshirt.
That's right.
Because he goes to Los Angeles a lot.
That's right.
Yeah. See how that works?
For city.
I bought this
There's
in
a
an
connection
airport.
there.
I go to Detroit.
There's a connection there.
Mother didn't buy this. I bought it.
I've got family in Detroit, so can I wear the Motown shirt then?
Of course you do. Yeah, but how come the HO got dropped off it?
It's not Homotown.
What?
No, I went Mothtown.
Stop pointing at me, Chip. Did you hear Chip on the after show yesterday?
Of course I did.
Was
Oh, wait
Chip
a minute.
on the
I don't
after
listen.
show?
Yeah, he kept talking about Troy's dick.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, right.
I think Chip is a homosexual.
No, he's not.
I think he is.
I don't fuck with dicks.
He
Even big fat ones like Troy. I don't fuck them.
He was obsessed with how big he thinks Troy's penis must be.
It's not gay if you use one of your other personalities. How's Troy Kwan's nose job?
He called in yesterday. He's recovering.
Yeah, how did you... All right, thank you. Now we have something to talk about, because I was listening. Ann was on the phone with Troy, and Jimmy was in studio. How the fuck do you get the big Troy Kwan exclusive? We talked about him all day yesterday, and you get to talk to him.
know. He was
How the fuck does that happen?
He was hiding Troy Kwan from us.
I harbor relationships with people.
Whoa,
You guys blow them up.
Nope. I've been building bridges.
And burning them at the same time.
Nope.
God.
I got a couple bridges built.
Bridges. Like the one from Temple of Doom.
They're a little rickety, but I got some bridges built right now.
You can fall through.
I got some rickety bridges that are up and running.
I have a good relationship with Troy.
So do we.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did we do to Troy?
And the motherfucker sells me out so bad.
You were making
to
fun
Troy.
of Troy all day yesterday.
I saw it as a tribute.
It was not a
To
tribute.
his good looks and photography skills.
I enjoyed your spin yesterday.
It was such
You were
a
able to spin your way out of that.
You were
I know.
He had you dead in the water.
He totally did.
You were backpedaling more than I was selling you out.
But he fairly had you dead in the water, but you spun out of it.
I tried spinning out of it,
I was
yeah.
impressed with your spinning skills.
Yeah, he got to the point where after one fucking sentence, Troy's throwing me under the bus about my hair.
I didn't misrepresent you, though.
Huh?
I didn't misrepresent you. You made fun
Why
of
don't you
him.
misrepresent me? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Brett. Yes, you did.
Did not. Troy just feels more comfortable on the after show, you know? People, it's a
Us
comfortable
listeners,
show.
we
Yeah,
should.
no pressure. Yeah. See? We're talking how shitty it is.
I guess.
Yeah. Nah, you're a good egg on that show.
Thank you.
That's good. Except when you're fucking selling out
I
the
didn't-
show that is the reason you're doing the
I
show.
didn't sell you out. I
Sold
commented
me out.
on what was going
You're
on the
fucking rat.
show.
Whole family's rats.
Yeah, that is weird.
What is?
You wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for us. So don't sell us out.
That's right.
Exactly.
Sell everyone else out.
Right.
So if I can't ask
You beat
Troy,
the shit out of us when we leave
Right.
here.
how do you feel about the fact that you got the shit kicked out of you on the show today? That's not good for the after show.
Right.
No.
Then I'll rethink my strategy.
It actually, you got me there. It was great. It was fun, actually. And like I said earlier, everyone's downloaded Wicked Games.
Yeah.
Where's our blinded Me with Science as we go to break? Dave Attell, hopefully up next. Stay there.
He wasn't ready.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Hey, this is Victoria Gotti.
Hey, this is Don King. Because I talked to guys that found the black boxes, and yet our government says they weren't discovered. Why? This is Jesse Ventura.
Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku, and you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Hey, this is Dr. Michio Kaku. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Thank Michio. Next step, hopefully you recognize us on the street. I've only said hi to you a dozen times at this point.
He's just a scatterbrain.
I always think of you, Jimmy.
Hi, who are you?
He's frightened. He's so frightened.
And I've even said Opie from Opie and Anthony have done this. He just
numbers. If you were at 5 with decimal points, I would say hello. If you looked at him and went 6.2, you go, oh hi, hi. Just
relax there. BC woman wants albino rhino off menu at Earl's.
Now, why?
Canadians, human rights. This is a human rights issue.
This is one of these comes out a day at this point. A Metro Vancouver woman with albinism.
Albinism?
That's what they're saying. Albinism.
Is that being an albino?
Oh, yeah. Has launched a human rights complaint against a popular chain restaurant, saying the restaurant's albino branding of menu items is going too far.
Stop it.
A name I can't even pronounce. Ikpanawasa Arrow filed a complaint with the BC Human Rights Tribunal against Earl's Restaurants over its Albino Rhino line of beer.
And it's called Albino Rhino beer?
Albino Rhino line of beer and
Sounds
Albino
delicious.
Wings Wednesdays. So they're promoting with the albino name.
Now, Albino Rhino, though, is like, there's albino rhinos.
That's a real thing, right?
Yeah, they're very rare.
They're white.
Yes.
I believe.
Very rare.
Show me an albino rhino, please.
Pull up an albino rhino.
I saw the greatest set of tits yesterday on the internet.
What? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Whoa. That's fucked. That is
that's
so
cool.
cool. Man, I'd like to hacksaw that tusk off.
So what's the problem? It's a real thing that has nothing to do with humans.
Exactly.
And by the way, look where she's from, where they fucking ritualistically murder albinos.
Yeah.
Oh.
The complaint alleges that the marketing of the albino line is demeaning to Iro, this lady, and all people with the genetic condition known as albinism, and is being done deliberately to evoke a sense of oddness about being albino.
How funny would it be if right now Iraq just started playing Frankenstein?
I know this one too. This was a staple on your home of rock and roll.
This isn't very child of the 80s.
What? Yeah, but I did music radio for a long time, so we went back in time and played some of this shit.
A very famous albino playing this song.
Iro said naming menu items. Keep it going, man. Keep it going, man. Ugh. Iro said naming menu items after medical or genetic conditions is not commonly acceptable.
Oh, stop.
Oh, boy.
Come on.
You want to rev up this bit?
Yeah.
You want to rev this up or what?
What, AIDS ale? Things like that? Something like...
You go into a restaurant and someone says, "Can I get a palsy?" "Give me a palsy," she said.
I'd love a palsy. I'd love a fucking palsy.
I would drink St. Palsy Girl.
It's a chicken wing that's all bent. Give me a palsy.
They bring it out in a little wheelchair.
Yay! A palsy.
Wow, you went different with that. Nice.
Sure.
Fucking Jimmy flipped that. "Give me a palsy," she said. "And what it stands for is cerebral palsy cocktail. I don't think that would fly well at all with anybody with cerebral palsy."
Because wouldn't even walk well. Why would it fly well?
Cerebral palsy. Or their families who have to live with the condition. Stop overthinking
albino
everything.
lady.
In her complaint, Iro noted that she was born in Nigeria, where people with albinism are often targeted for ritualistic murder.
I'll take the cirrhosis of the liver and onions. See, because...
I got it.
You got it. It's terrific.
Yeah.
And there you are, just making fun of yourself there, see?
Of course. Yeah. Well,
The threat of violent persecution was part of the reason she and her family fled to Canada when she was a teenager. Mark Berry, vice president of the... Should I keep reading this shit?
How about you just be grateful you're in Canada and you're out of that shitty fucking country you came from? And how about you go back to Nigeria and you change the fact that they're ritualistically murdering people instead of taking a brave stand about a fucking beer in a chain restaurant, you dopey bitch.
Got out of there with your pale cunt. And your fucking your big clit. It's still attached.
You think her clit is extra white?
Oh, yeah. It's fucking glowing.
Mark Barry,
it's like a light bright. It's like the clear light bright things.
I used to hate the clear
You just look at a clear light bright nub. That's what her clit looks like. Hurts your eyes.
Mark Barry, vice president of human resources with Earl's Restaurants. Even restaurants have a human resource department? Ugh.
Yes.
That must be a treat.
They call it human resource. It's a restaurant. Oh, boy. I sure am pitching them. Some of them are wide and outside.
Yes.
Wide and outside? What? No, blowing. Oh, no, so I'm
wide and out.
I'm bombing.
What's better than a few good bombs in a row?
I know. It's like I couldn't pull out of it. Holy shit. Oh, it's like watching those Vietnam clips out of the back of the plane.
Oh, I'm bombing.
Oh, wow.
Whew. That's just such a funny moment to me because people are so afraid of bombing. Like that's everybody's greatest fear is telling a joke and bombing. It's so easy.
Never mind over and over again. Whew. A little warm. Funky Dougie.
So we got the Mark Barry. He's the vice president of human resources. The statement from the restaurant. Here you go.
Oh, good.
Earl's, the name of the restaurant, created and named its house beer Albino Rhino 25 years ago, and in no way meant to be discriminatory to offend.
Of course.
Or offend. The name was chosen because it was fun and whimsical in sound and denoted something rare and special. We felt proud to have such a beautiful animal, the white rhino, representing our brand, Barry said. And terrific. And they better not fucking change the name.
Nah, they shouldn't. If they change the name...
Because there's something actually called an albino rhino. Yep. And it's rare, and people look at it and think of beauty.
Yeah.
I think. Yes. It did not occur to us that the name would be associated with albinism, nor did it occur to us it would offend. And in the 25 years we have been serving our beer, we have never had a complaint about the name until now.
My tweet is mean.
What, you're right.
Oh, really?
I don't like to quote myself. I just laugh.
Hold on.
Well, you're right.
All right.
It's just quoting yourself is embarrassing. It's just fucking.
All right.
Just do it.
No, hold on.
For the sake of the show, you have to now.
I'll find it.
Oh, God. Now we got to all search our fucking timeline.
Yeah, search your timeline.
A Canadian albino lady wants albino rhino beer taken off the menu. That's might white of her.
Oh, I meant to write Whitey. God damn it, I fucked up.
You fucked up. You fucked up. Let's see. A Canadian albino lady wants albino rhino beer taken off the menu. That's might white of her.
You fucked up.
You fucked up. Shut up. Hashtag shut up. Hashtag dye your hair, asshole. Hashtag get some sun.
That is just mean.
I was only laughing at dye your hair, asshole.
That is funny.
But
dye your hair.
But I fucking all right, Whitey. I put Mighty. It's humiliating.
Trying to dye fucking albino hair is probably like trying to dye those fucking what are those fiber optic lights?
Shit.
Those little, those lights you get
of course.
At Spencer Gifts.
Yeah, just pour ketchup on your head, stupid, and stop bothering everybody. Go out as fucking Ron Howard.
Andy in Cleveland. Andy, what's up?
Andy.
Yes, apparently Michael J. Fox is suing to have all chain restaurants remove the term milkshakes.
Oh, see, because he...
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
David Attell in studio.
Ooh, somebody just got his school pictures taken. Nice haircut.
The jibber jabber.
Oh, look
do a
at
little
that.
jibber jabber.
Oh, the jibber jabber. Yeah, we're just talking about albinos getting all pissed off because they have an albino rhino beer, and this fucking idiot from, where is she from?
Canada.
They have their own beer now?
Yeah. No, it's a restaurant that named it Albino Rhino, and the albinos, one albino actually, is mad. So they're making it's a whole movement.
Well, what did the other one think?
Yeah, exactly. The other one was just writing a follow-up to Frankenstein.
The other one is waiting online at the Hunger Games. I'm different. I'm weird, too. I'm from the future.
Yeah.
What's up, Attell?
What are you doing? Well, it's all about that pilot. Did you guys just talk about it? Did I miss that?
Oh, shit.
We haven't done
We
our
didn't talk about
pilot
it today,
material
no.
yet. No.
Oh, because you know, I don't know what's going to happen here, but we got to get better camera work in the back of planes.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we've got more footage, and it's worse than the last footage.
Right?
Yeah,
people can't fucking hold that shit steady.
We all
Instead
have
of a sky marshal, we should have like a crew back there.
a camera crew?
Yeah.
A camera crew.
You know, like a Japanese television. Somebody.
We all carry video cameras now, but most people don't know how to use them properly.
Exactly.
You're
Freak out.
absolutely right.
They
How do you
out.
blow a moment like that? You're on the plane and you can't get good footage of a lunatic?
Yeah, and how do you make that decision, too? It's like, I'm not going to save the plane. I'm going to be the reporter.
the videographer.
Why don't they just hold it up as high as they fucking can and hold it still?
Yeah.
The hell is going on? Maybe at 35,000 feet, you're a little shaky when the pilot is yelling,
Yeah.
you know, Allah Akbar.
Yeah, sorry, when the pilot's running up and down the aisle screaming, "We're going to die," it's hard to picture. Could you hold steady for the lighting? Hey, do you want hair and makeup first?
I would have screamed something. I think if he screams that, then you should be able to scream something.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah. What would you? Would you say something?
I probably would have yelled something like, "Oh, this is a real comedy of errors."
I would have said, "Let it ride," or "Remember the Titans," or "Can we get a drink?" Well, I think that was cool that they have a whatchamacallit. They have a special code to get into the cabin.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
What's the code? Some kind of like what?
Probably
It's
a
not
word.
numbers.
A
It's
safe
a word or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
A
safe word.
Yeah,
Like that.
It's probably fruitcake because he's nuttier than the one.
Open Saskatchewan, open sarsaparilla.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I want to know how the co-pilot got the pilot out of the cockpit.
He tricked him out.
He
How did
tricked
he?
him?
Yeah, he said it was like what he said like there's a big party out there. Hey, the pilot awards are going on outside. Chuck Yeager's out there.
The pilot awards.
No, he said like oh, you better get back there. There's something going on, and then he got him out of there, and then
Lock
whatever.
that
Change
door.
the code real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, hello.
So, but if you help out, do you get to fly for free? Like, if you like save the plane, do they like forever let you fly or
think so.
bump
Yes.
down miles? Something.
That's
Yeah.
going
You should
above and
get some
beyond.
kind of,
That's a great
It bumps you up
question.
in status from like silver to gold or
Yeah,
gold to
hero.
platinum when you help subdue somebody trying to crash the aircraft.
They said that the pilot was actually, when he was in the cockpit, because they had been flying for about 3.5 hours before this happened, and in the cockpit he was saying stuff to the co-pilot like, I give up, stuff like talking about Jesus.
Wow.
We're going to take a leap of faith, he said, and then he was just pushing various buttons in the cockpit that the co-pilot said weren't part of what needed to be pushed. And yeah, so
that's gonna be the worst because do you think they get to like pick each other, or is it just they're like, kind of like speed dating?
It's speed dating. They're put together. I believe it's like they go for a month at a clip. They'll be flying together, and then they'll bust them up and
mix
go
it up?
with other people. And I think this was at the beginning of their coupling.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like a blind date gone wrong.
I feel bad for whoever gets him next. Hey, aren't you the... Yes, but I'm okay now.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I ran all willy-nilly up and down the aisle.
Okay. By the way, the code is don't open the door no matter what I say.
That's smart, though. The first month of any relationship is nice, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just when it starts getting a little fucking squirrely, you get a new partner.
You get a new guy. I think that's to keep you from getting too complacent with things in the cockpit.
Cahoots.
Like you start just talking. Yeah, cahoots.
They get into cahoots with each other.
You don't want them too comfortable in there. You want to be kind of like, fuck this
Get
guy
to know each
yapping.
other,
I'm gonna pay attention to the instruments.
And you don't want loyalty to override when a guy makes a mistake. And you're not going to have as much loyalty.
Right.
It's not SAC missile command. I mean, basically, they hit two buttons and
Turn
they're
your
just
key,
sitting there for the next 12 hours.
But that's fucking horrifying. He's pushing buttons. He was a big dude. What are you...
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I believe if that fucking first officer wasn't able to get him out of that fucking...
He would have crashed the
cockpit,
plane.
It could have been really bad.
You think he would have crashed it?
But then
I
there
don't
was
know.
another pilot on the plane, too.
Yeah, but he was in the back, and he might not have known the code.
Yeah, he might not have
code
known
again.
Imagine if that guy would have just overtaken the smaller pilot, the daintier one.
Oh, just beat him over the head.
Yes, the sleight of frame pilot.
But like, how do they pick? Like, how do they pick who's with who? That's what I want to know. Like the
Eye
co-pilot. I should know this. My brother's a pilot, but really, honestly, there must be like,
Zodiac.
the co-pilot is the hothead, and the older one is like the kind of tell it like it is, Morgan Freeman guy.
Morgan Freeman,
Isn't it?
yeah. Giving a narrative the whole time.
But that's an awkward ride anyhow, because they're, you got like to sit there for whatever, like 10 hours. So.
Yeah. They apparently do a lot of talking about just nothing, not flight related. It's not like they're always there going, hey, let's look at the instruments again. Let's look at that. How's the altitude? It's just like they're bullshitting about their dumb lives and their stupid marriages.
I don't think they're allowed to even talk about that, because you remember the other guy was talking about, like, rating the flight crew. There's a couple of oinkers on the plane. And,
right, yeah.
Yeah, he was got in trouble.
Yep.
Why get in trouble for that?
I agree. Why?
Because the pilot should be, just everybody should be included.
What, it was recorded secretly?
He said a couple of oinkers?
Well, he said something
like that?
more... poor taste. There was a lot of poor taste. He said there was not one, effable chick on the plane.
Yeah.
But that shit makes your job tolerable.
But it wasn't just in the cockpit, it was over the PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at seat 27B and C, you'll see some real fat fucking pigs. I've had to keep my foot on the rudder pedal the whole time just to balance the fucking plane out.
He'll never fly again.
I'll be coming through the aisles yelling, Allah Akbar.
I hope they totally, it's like, give us your wings.
Oh yeah.
They break them.
Your rolling bag, that weird jacket you all wear, the hat that went out of style in the 20s. You are no longer a pilot. You're a bus driver. Get out of here.
Bring him into the office. God damn it, Maverick! You'll be flying rubber dog shit out of Taiwan.
And in a 3-hour flight, how much work do they do in that cockpit?
3 buttons, I bet.
Taking off and landing.
Yeah.
Setting
Pretty
the
much
fucking,
it, right?
Setting the altimeter. Setting the autopilot. Pretty much it.
Hasn't it come out that they read and do all sorts of shit in there?
Yeah.
Some of these guys.
Play some cards, chess.
Yeah.
Talk about the sexy stews like it's fucking 1950.
Or do they
Pan Am?
Or do they have to make believe they're doing something the entire time now?
I think they have to check in with the as they go through each, with the FAA people.
They get passed off.
Control.
Yeah.
What's it called? Zoning?
Zoning.
They go from zone to zone or whatever?
Yeah, oh goodness.
Jimmy knows.
Yes.
Either way,
Jimmy's flown a few times.
I don't like it. And I think it's going to something happen again. So, unless they got to rest these pilots out. That's the thing. And he was going to Vegas. That's a good layover. He could have got relaxed and all that.
He was upset with that, calling it like Sin City. And,
so he was a religious guy.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe. His neighbors said, never an inkling of any problem.
They always
Never
say
an
that
inkling.
these
shit.
neighbors.
He borrowed the weed whacker from him and got even come
So he ate
it.
I think they really do work.
He put it in his asshole and turned it on and yelled ouch. The rescue workers came and turned it off.
Just
He
a
borrowed
normal
the
guy.
weed whacker and said, "We're all going to die," and he chased the gardener around.
He put it in his zipper like a big penis.
The gardener knew the code.
I think it'd be safer to live next to lunatics then.
Yeah,
As your
I know,
neighbors.
yeah.
I don't like flying to begin with. That's why, when we're on tour, we have another date coming up, right?
June 9th. Yesterday.
June 9th.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
In
D-Day
Foxwoods.
plus 3.
What's that?
We're going to... I think D-Day is June 6th.
June
I don't know.
6th. June 6th.
So anyway, June 9th, we're going to
Foxwoods. Myself and Dave and Artie and Nick DiPaolo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hilarious, man. Yeah.
We should call this the uplifting tour.
Because it's going to be a new level of depravity out there.
Hey, we got info on this guy. More info coming in this hour.
On the pilot.
Yes, John in Jersey. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Hello.
The air traffic controlman, I guess, was getting on the guy's nerves because he was so loud. He said, "Be quiet," to him, and turn the vocals off.
Oh.
So he told the air traffic controller
It's always the air
to
traffic.
be quiet.
Quiet.
Oh, that's good.
He's trying to nap.
And I think that's the hardest job. Remember those guys were sleeping all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? When all the action's up in the air.
Yeah.
They don't get any play.
No,
No one's
just
ever done what's his name? Sorkin has never done a show about them.
About air traffic controllers.
yeah.
No, there was that. What movie was that? Pushington. I remember that. It just to be in those rooms, with no windows or anything.
But it seems like it'd be a cool video game that you're playing.
They don't
Your
let you
job all
smoke in
day
there
long.
either.
Yeah, till you lose a.
But
That
after
was
a while,
the last- I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, after a while, you get really good at your video game.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
tough could it be for those guys?
But that was the last chain smoking job. The flight. Those
They
guys
allowed
just
it, right?
yeah, they would like, please smoke.
We
like,
need
here's
you
some
calm,
cigarettes.
whatever
That
it
was
takes.
So much stress.
Yeah, the opening to Close Encounters. They show like that scene inside the air traffic controllers, and they're smoking, leaning over the shoulder. What's that? Just looked like a cool fucking thing to do.
Fuck yeah.
Negative.
All those guys were characters on Luck, which was canceled. Did you see that? All the horses died?
All the horses
You
died.
never think of that as an actor. That's going to be why you get canceled. All the horses died. Are you sitting down?
Yeah, they
the agent
really
has to make that call to you.
God, they pushed that show, and it was, I guess, gearing up to be a success. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was.
I heard it was boring. I never saw it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. Why is there I hate to be a Jew here, but why is there a check on the table?
Because I don't trust this company. I have to get paid each morning for my day's work.
No, he meant the Czechoslovakian sitting over there.
Being a Jew, I don't like to see one of Hitler's dogs. The Czechs.
I owe Eric money.
For what? Did you ever explain? I don't remember.
The cardboard cutout. Company's not paying for it. I have to pay for it.
How much is a cardboard cutout?
$300.
Would you like to see the cardboard cutout?
There's a life-size
I love
one.
it.
Can we bring the cardboard cutout in?
More expensive than actually getting Jimmy.
Is there like a company that does that?
There is, yes.
Ted's cardboard
Because I'm
cutout
doing a new show
emporium.
called Adorable Jobs. That would be great. Adorable Jobs. Only in America.
Oh, God.
Only in America.
All right.
Tonight we're going to go to a library. That's a book house. International House of Books. Where's all the
Holy
booktoriums?
Oh, that's fucking good.
Sad part, somebody would take that show tomorrow.
It's on already.
Dude, I can't get over watching, because I watch A&E and fucking all those crime shows. I love them. Can't get enough of them. But then they're also putting these shows on where who gives a shit?
Right.
They're putting so many who gives a shit shows on. The fucking Duck Call family.
I don't know that one.
It's a fucking family of hillbillies that make duck calls, and they deemed that, a good show.
What do they do?
Like I don't know. They're just trying to be hillbilly. It's all fucking badly scripted.
Give me an example of an episode. What do they do?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, my God.
I just know they're pretty well off. It's almost like the Beverly Hillbillies kind of thing, because they got a lot of money, but they're still dumb hicks.
I actually know the show.
Oh, do you?
It's, well, like every episode, one of them will look out the window and they see ducks. And like, all right, who did this?
Because they called them.
Yeah. And then you go back, they'll backtrack,
I get
and
it.
they'll show one of them outside quacking.
Yeah, and then they all
ducks all
gather,
show up.
and then roll the credits.
Yeah, but then they
Good show.
send some guy out with metal shoes, and he kicks their duck stomachs.
And then there's that one dramatic episode where the son is into dancing and the father is against it. But then all of a sudden, from the back of the big elaborate dance number, he goes, "Wah, wah." Oh, Dad, you believe in me? I need $3,000. I'm going to New York. You're never going to see me again.
With the duck family, they have Japanese businessmen come, and they grab the duck's necks, and as they're orgasming, they choke the ducks.
Yes.
So it tightens up on their
them.
penis.
As long as they pixelate out
them off?
Pixelate out the pubic hairs.
Yeah, they really...
Weirdos.
Oh, they look pretty cool. Oh, look, they're all like
yeah.
ZZ Topped.
They're ZZ Top.
They're wearing battle camo.
Yeah, they're in their camo.
He said,
So,
no, I'm
Phil
talking to my girlfriend.
and Willie. They got
I said,
big white
"On that?"
beards.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Ridiculous.
Was this the show where they were playing tag football?
I have no idea.
I'm just thinking.
I came across.
Rifle, I like that.
Who's the father? Who's the son? I mean, they want to know. Are you my own pa?
High tech redneck.
High
the
tech
name of the show?
redneck. No, this is a different one, I guess.
Oh, this one might be the one I came upon, and they were playing tag football.
Oh, is it?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that episode. That was the whole family. Yeah.
I
That
don't
was a good one.
understand what the show is about.
And now fat black women that run some kind of a restaurant
racist
is a big fucking idea for a show. There's like 3 shows. There's a fat black woman that runs like a hot dog place, and then there's the fat black woman that runs like a bakery or something. And they have the whole family, and they get into like hijinks and shenanigans.
About what?
About the family, and they go a lot of and they say a lot of "no, you didn't." They go "oh no," and then the credits roll, and everyone loves it.
More importantly, why is Jim Norton's cutout so much bigger than him?
It is. It
Why
is.
didn't you want your cutout to scale?
They didn't make it to scale.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. We
They only
went
did
over
it by
this.
foot.
That doesn't make sense.
Why am I smaller than Jerry? Why is my picture smaller than Jerry?
So these big BBWs,
Yes.
big black women.
Yes.
They run different food things.
Yeah, they run different food things, and it's a show. They deem it entertainment,
Wow.
and I just can't see it.
Yeah.
There's another show where 2 guys just walk around with a metal detector, and I'm not talking about that show Meteor Man, where they're actually finding meteors.
Right.
And they go
Yeah.
on a place, and then they talk about meteors.
That's
No.
exciting.
Oh, that's thrill a minute compared to 2 guys just fucking going, it's another fucking Another fucking pop top from 1963.
Now, you got to think they're burying shit for these guys. Well, the show's not going to work.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a hidden treasure show.
Right.
But they're making believe they're just finding this shit.
Well, their big promo that they did was...
I had a metal detector. I found change and a cheap necklace once. That was it.
Well, that's good.
What are they finding?
Nothing wrong with finding change.
Now just find some hope.
So, Jim, that cost $300. Did you get like another one, like a backup?
No, it's just if there's a celebrity here and I'm not here, they can take a picture with it.
Would you donate your face to like a Target range? Like if we made like Targets?
That would be cool
love
to fucking
to.
take
I would
that
do
to the
that
range.
any day.
Yeah, I would love to donate
that
my
would be
face
fun
to
to
that.
take to the range.
I'd also like to donate it to a ladies' bicycle seat company. Captain!
Change the code. Get them out of the cockpit.
What about the metal detector show? I don't get it.
It's just the guy. Their big promo, by the way, was the guys walking around, and they went, "Oh my God, I got a gun!" and they show like a quick shot of the ground, and there's like half a gun sitting buried in the dirt, and the actual show, it was half a gun, a toy gun. And that was the big reveal.
Oh, wow. Yuck.
It's horrible.
That's the
That's
one
a
I
commercial
saw.
break.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back.
The metal detector, it did it, and a bunch of Jewish mothers-in-law came up because they metal.
Oh, my God.
Wow. You're kind of stiff, a lot like your cutout.
Holy
You're a little bored.
Hey, this is what I do if I bomb.
Wow, that's good. Oh, he's falling down.
I love it.
Oh, he sat.
Yeah, but
you
you know
lazy
what?
fuck.
You know,
I love when Jimmy cracks himself up.
Is it high like that? Because like if you're under that, you can't get in my show. Is that like?
Yeah.
No kids or wheelchairs.
Only this tall.
It's not very wheelchair friendly, Jim, and I know you're proud.
Jimmy.
No, they only make them, and you can only get 5 feet or 6 feet. Eric couldn't find a place that could make 5'6". You're trying to squeeze an inch on me somewhere? They couldn't, and he put fucking 6 inches of floor.
Yeah, the floor is there. What the fuck?
Can you imagine the bitter guy who has to do this? Some guy, he wanted to be famous, and now he's making cutouts.
Cutouts at the cardboard cutout factory. Yeah, I'm working down the cardboard cutout factory.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did 2 Shacks and a Jim Norton today.
Yep.
Well, they throw in like old cutouts that no longer sell. Flavor Flav. You want to take a Flavor Flav?
Yeah. You want the Andrea Yates cutout? 5 items sold separately.
It's the oversized Hervé Villachez. It's got to be 5 feet tall.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the Hervé Villachez, complete with fucking gaping chest wound.
Yeah, it's a pillow holder.
Poor Hervé.
I know, little fella.
That's a great
depressed guy.
That's a cool idea, though.
Yeah, I like that too.
How many people have actually taken pictures with it here?
None.
Only
I
one
want
celebrity.
No,
Yeah, who was it?
The guy from fucking Walking
Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's cool. Which
Yeah.
which
The
guy
dead
was
one.
that?
The one who got shot. I mean, who got
Oh,
killed,
that
yeah.
guy. He's off the
John. But E-Rock, they don't have any. And no places make them 5'6". Answer quickly.
I'm sure there is one, but we need one
They're
fast.
$850.
Well, see if you can
Actual
find one.
size.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
I'll
got to be
look
a company out there.
Yeah.
You mentioned Andrea Yates. She's going to be released from a hospital, so she
To go
could-
to church.
so she could attend church on Sundays.
And meanwhile, she fucking
Holy
drowned.
fuck!
She drowned her kids because she was
Yeah.
afraid they were going to go to hell.
Church of Satan.
But
yeah.
at that point, you're doomed for hell if you.
You would
believe
think.
In,
No, really.
if you
Nah,
believe
she
in
probably-
the Jesus.
She probably is
So
in this whole thing where, if I pray long enough.
maybe Jesus will turn my fate
you
around.
drown your own kids. That's it. You're
I'm
done.
against it.
You're done.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I don't know about this, but I don't know what church is going to take her. I mean, even one of those, Tyler Perry churches. I don't think it's going to happen.
The all-inclusive,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you are.
We need a new tenor.
They got one of those churches down by where my apartment is.
Miss Yates.
You walk past that place.
And is there actually a
Just
show
homeless.
where you bid on unclaimed baggage?
Well, I know the ones with the storage sheds. There's a few of those.
It's called
There's
the merch table at our tour.
Tony in Cleveland saying there's a new show.
Tony
Here,
Clifton?
let him talk
Oh,
for 10
misunderstood.
Tony, real fast. Go ahead.
Hey guys, there's one on I do believe it's A&E, and that's the whole promo. They show him getting all excited about bidding on like unclaimed baggage, and the one guy's like, "I found the ring," and he takes it to the pawn shop, and it's not worth shit.
I love that.
Is it ring around the collar? And his mother comes over?
So, isn't this great? Isn't this great?
It's a ring. It's a cock ring.
Sounds like a Storage Wars, but it's more of a lost and found
Yeah,
Storage Wars.
it's Storage Wars meets Pawn stars because they got to take the shit.
Who the fuck puts their valuables in their luggage?
What's going to happen when the economy comes
people.
back with all these
You think?
kind of dead broke shows?
Yeah, because that's what it is. Pawn stars.
It's not going to happen anymore.
Place is empty.
Although that show, I don't even know if I said that before, but I was talking about it last night. I was like, in Vegas, you would never think there's so many experts on so many different things. Because that guy's like, oh, let me see this letter from Lincoln saying, I'm not going to free the slaves. Let me bring this to my Lincoln expert who lives right near the Bellagio. I mean, I've been to Vegas many times. I've never seen all these experts and all these amazing, whatever. I didn't know.
You've never seen a Lincoln expert in Vegas?
Yeah, like the X-Men College is there. You know? This guy's a flintlock musket.
Knows everything about Civil War weaponry. Let's bring him
He
in.
pays everybody in chips and like a bottle of Doors. Thanks a lot, Doctor.
Everything from the comped room.
That is classic.
I love the fact that Lincoln expert lives next to the Bellagio.
They do have an expert for everything on that show. I kind of believe that show. That's like the only one I kind of. The people
That's
seem
real.
believable when they bring shit
I've been
in.
there.
But then there's there's hardcore pawn.
Oddities?
Which is oddities. Which is in Detroit, and it's these fucking cartoon character black people that come in like, I'm selling my Sega system. What do you mean $5? This is worth $200. And they get into arguments with them, and then the people are cursing, and they storm out of the store, but you see the mic pack is on their back. And
It's all set up ahead of time.
Yeah, that's bullshit. And there's too many of those. All the towing shows are bullshit.
Yes.
Now they're getting caught. It's like fucking the A-team for fucking repos. They're constantly being shot at. Things are exploding.
The ideas themselves are great, but they don't want to wait around until
For
the real shit
something real
happens,
to
so they
happen,
have to fucking stage it.
Yeah, you think that much shit happens during real repos? But no, it's like, well, we got another one at midnight when they were asleep.
Right. But reality shows, they used to fucking make you hang around for 6 months because they knew it took that long to get real shit happening.
That's all bullshit.
But no one has the patience anymore. So they got to fucking set it up with bad actors and actresses.
I'll bet you $100 right now that pilot will be on Dr. Drew or something else. He'll have his own show.
His own show.
Yeah, exactly.
The pilot.
Whatever. He
Pilot's pilot.
Or something like that. He'll some kind of like piloting the world's worst, like what was that 16 show, like where the girls were
pregnant?
No, not the pregnant one, but where they
Like
would
that
have
one.
like the Sweet 16.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like the bratty girls. So it'll be like that on the with the airplane, like bad pilots or something. I think that's what it'll be. We're like, we just need 2 more.
And coming in at number 1, it's the JetBlue Crazy Guy pilot. All the other ones, like, because there aren't that many, so
That's a
one's
big
got to be a guy that landed hard.
That's got to be a big hand job. Oh yeah, that guy who's the great pilot, Chuck
Sully.
Sully. Yeah, he should be like he
Sully.
definitely should like beat the. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He should-
besmirching the name of cool, awesome pilots that could land in rivers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great if that's his son? You suck.
Oh my
You
God.
ruined.
Just ruined everything
Our
for
legacy.
Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah. My dad molested me in a goose down quilt because it was geese.
Hey,
Game of Thrones is coming back out.
I was just telling Anthony, there's a lot of nudity and sex in that show.
I'm gonna have to get on that
You
one.
got to check that out.
Do you guys get those people on here?
I would love to. No,
We haven't gotten any of them yet. No.
But you had the guy from Walking Dead. That's cool. That's a good show.
We had both 2 guys from Walking Dead. We had the main
Both
guy
leads.
there. Yeah, the leads.
Hey, we got info on the duck hunter because David Attell brought it up. This is terrific, actually.
Don't throw it in my. Look at those guys.
Hey, it's good radio.
Those guys will be like, "You talking about us?"
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
what
no,
the
it's
hell
not.
you doing?
But one of them is a real dummy.
No.
Adrian's going to explain.
All right.
Go.
I was waiting for that to come. Anyway, the guy's name, the dad's name's Phil Robinson, and he went to college with Terry Bradshaw in Louisiana. Well, supposedly, the rumor has it he had an NFL contract because he was actually a better quarterback than Terry Bradshaw,
Yeah.
and turned it down to stay duck hunting. So his saying is he chose the Ducks, and Terry Bradshaw chose the Bucks.
Wow.
That's how it goes.
Oh, wow. You spun that, man. That was a nice spin.
Duck Commander.
So he decided that the NFL wasn't for him because he wanted to do the duck hunting thing. There's no way.
He wanted to live off the land.
There's no. I got to call fucking Bravo Sierra on that.
That's against the law to turn down a contract.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Well, this is back in the
Allowed.
70s, so, I mean, the money wasn't...
Yeah, because the NFL sucked in the 70s.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but it's not millions of dollars that they're making now.
And they were all
But
roommates
you're
with
in the
Treat
NFL.
Williams.
Treat Williams. You got any more cool sayings?
That guy went to college? That ruins the whole show for me. I thought he was like a inbred kind of, like self-made hillbilly millionaire guy.
And one of his sayings is, cut them all, Jack.
Cut them all, Jack.
Wow.
Right. We got more info.
Have a good one.
All right, we got more info coming in. Remember when Ant talked about the hot dog place there?
Yes.
With that new show? Dave, you did a episode of Insomnia there. Did you know
at the
this?
Wiener Circle.
Oh, yeah, because that's the name of the place.
Huh?
The
See how
Wiener
it comes
Circle.
around?
There you go.
It's the name of the place.
Yeah, that's
that's the
show.
show.
They talk sass as they're giving some
Oh,
great
yeah,
hot
they
dogs.
talk sass.
Were they
Where
cool?
is it?
Were they cool people?
Yeah, they were very cool. I can't imagine it's the same people.
No.
That they're still working there, but yeah, no, they're really good. You're supposed to go in there and it's packed. It's like a real great like after hours drunk place, and then they berate you as you order food, and it's like every white person's fantasy: guilt and fries. That's what I call it.
Hey,
you
that guy-
enjoying that now?
That guy that Sam, you just brought up on the screen, is he on the Unclaimed Baggage show? Because he's the guy from the Storage Container show. When they're starting to make fucking spin-offs before the
that
original
guy.
season is done with the first show.
Oh, boy.
It's Storage Wars.
Can we hear a clip from this show?
That wood sculptured on my butt.
That guy is,
What happened?
who is that guy?
He's the Storage Wars guy.
Horrible shows.
This is an episode of Storage Wars.
That's where you
called
bid on-
unclaimed baggage.
Oh, so this started the spin-off
Right.
thing, yeah, because it worked so well for that one episode. Let's hear a clip.
That's what you bid on the stuff in a storage container.
That's
great.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, imagine whoever
well.
gets Hannah, if you go and get Hester Moffat's. The rest.
There's a head in there. Well, I'm taking this head down to
Well, there's a limo and a head in it. And
Buddy Dennis. Hopefully he's able to dig up some info on that head.
Hey, I sure hope so.
Hey, Dennis.
See, here you go, an expert guy.
Man.
There is a head.
This is pretty spectacular.
I know
isn't it?
about heads.
Guess so.
He's a head
Look
expert.
at that. Okay, so
little
you're always
teeth.
saying
Looks like
I'm
Jim
pretty
Norton.
good, right?
It does look like
Jesus.
I'll take a picture with that.
After you sent me the photos
Right.
and the information on this thing, I turn this up, and I find the artist's name, Mike Meadow.
Wow.
Californian. He's still doing work. This is another piece with a slightly different
how uninterested
face that he
the guy
did for
is.
this
Yeah.
beautiful
It's like, how much,
story
fucker?
about man's
He's like the
hidden
last Shana Na
environment.
guy.
And
He's
that's
like,
what's going on in his head. Boy, that's really something.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a window in the back of his
Pictures on the
head,
wall.
and there's
a table
a
with
whole
lamp.
set
Now-
inside there.
That's an impulse buy.
Get right to the coconut.
Yes, sir. What do I think it's worth?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I would say that if it were in a gallery, they would certainly ask
the music.
Dramatic.
$6,000.
Wow!
Are you serious?
Wow, a year's pay as a
$3.
pilot.
Looks like me.
Because you're not letting it go.
Does look like Edgar.
Typical Barry. Thanks for bringing it around. I enjoyed seeing it.
Buddy.
Thanks for being the only guy who came in here all month.
Yeah, who's
Don't
going in
leave.
that place?
Want to get lunch? I'm buying. I'm buying.
Fucking Dave finds the great
shit.
angles on shit. That's awesome.
What about the
I'm here
horse?
anytime, all the time.
How much could I get for the horse with a clock in its stomach?
Interested in a cutout? He's got all these cutouts in the back.
How much for a cutout? Yeah, Jim Norton cutout. Well, would you be surprised if I told you $3?
I like this Storage War. The Storage War, there's a couple, and like I think they're
Yes.
new to the Storage War game, but they're a couple, and like their relationship is like built around, I guess, storage hunting.
Yes.
So I wonder if they like buy all that filthy, dirty stuff and go home and just, can I say the F word?
Yes.
Like,
No.
fuck the
Fucking
shit
it.
on it.
Yeah.
Let's fuck on this trundle bed.
Horrible. You don't know where it came.
Yeah, they don't care. They love it. That's their
Yeah.
kink.
That smell.
People's sadness. They just fucking their old sad.
Mildew. I can't imagine. I would think Vegas is.
Beat me with this debating trophy from 1982.
I would
had to
think
do the arm thing because it's radio.
storage,
God, do I suck.
storage
I am
containers
so
in
bad at
Vegas
comedy.
have to be like the worst.
Yes, that's
because
the
it's
place.
those broken dreams. Like I'm going to go to Vegas, and then just. Like, your shit is in a storage container. You lose everything. You're just destitute, and you leave because you can't even
Strippers.
afford to pay for it. A lot of strippers, a lot of entertainers that just bombed and did nothing.
Yeah.
And to get a little
I'm going to do that.
good thing out. Yeah.
I'm going to put all my
Fill it
merch
up.
in like one place and then like have a hunt for it.
And
That's a
have
great
people,
thing.
Have people bid for it.
Yeah, like just put
Right.
it there and then like, Clarissa explains it all, kind of like clues, and people have to write it down. It's some of the most worthless shit out there, so I might as well do it. I don't know about this whole thing. I think we should stick to the, the whatchamacallit, the porn star guys?
Porn stars, hardcore porn.
I don't like porn star guy because it sounds like porn. It's misleading.
Yeah, that's it's supposed to. Supposed to.
Well, my Long Island
It's
accent.
supposed to.
That's when it comes out. And what about like whatchamacallit, animal shows? Do you guys watch any of those? Like, well, there's Swamp People, which I always thought
love
was
that.
code. Like, here comes some swamp people. They're not going to tip.
I love that. I love those shows.
Down at Bennigan's. Oh, a whole load of swamp people just walked in. There's going to be no tips here.
Yeah, there's a show, Swamp People, and then there's a lot of fishing shows, but
There
not
can never be
conventional
enough.
fishing.
There's
No,
not
they
e-
can't be.
Well, now they have the tuna.
But they're not conventional fishing shows. There's like
They're going for
river
monsters. They're going
There's
for monsters.
the big catfish that you catch with your hands.
The noodling.
Yeah,
I think
noodling.
Let's go noodling.
Didn't Mitt Romney try and
Okay.
do, like, there was some candidate who was trying to do that? Like, wasn't that like, I'm a good old boy and I'm going to catch a...
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole. No, dead arm.
That arm, like a worm.
Puts it right in the water.
None of the fish would nibble at it. They're like, that's worthless.
Oh, God.
He would be the noodling champion.
Yes. He's got literally a noodle on it hanging from his
There's
fucking
a worm holding a
shoulder.
pen in my face.
I wonder if they watch these shows overseas. Like, well, what do you know?
Yeah, what do
There's
you-
no, it's not like the whole to see our whatchamacallit, our fish and all that kind of stuff.
No,
It's
maybe
gonna be
it
in the
works
cooking
like
channel.
the Japanese shows
They have
work
hut
here.
wars. It's like you look in there, oh, look, there's a burnt bed and a clit on the floor. Oh, look, a severed child's arm. I'll take it.
People always say that, like what you're talking about, Africa.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I've been there many times. It's not at all like that. You're in the hotel. It's beautiful. People always talk about like the situation. Like I went over there at Safari, but they never left the hotel. Really, they went from the hotel.
Oh.
They put them in a mask on their face so they can't see any of the horrors. And then next thing you know, they're holding a chimp. Then it's like back to the hotel, then to the airport. They never see any of
the
real
wilds
places.
of Africa.
There's like smells and screams, but we didn't see it because we were reloading our cameras. That's like one I've never been to Africa. Have you ever been to South Africa?
No, I have no.
I'd go to Africa.
That's where that thing would sell big.
Oh yeah,
My cutout?
cutout.
Sure, yeah.
Jim Norton cutout.
Giant white.
Yeah.
Man.
It was, yeah, exactly.
I would never go.
You wouldn't go to Africa?
No, why?
On safari?
For what?
I don't know.
Go to a zoo.
Oh, that's a good point.
Exactly.
I would go to the zoo.
That's right.
I
Go
go
do
there.
that.
I like just going to the zoo and fucking throwing things at the animals in front of the families and kids.
They probably don't like that.
No, Mama, the man throwing eggs at the bear.
I like them when they have another skill, too, like either research. I like when they're in research. I like when they're trained, like Vegas trained, you know.
Yeah.
To have, do something cool.
That's gotta be
I don't like them in their natural habitat. They're boring, frightening.
I want to see like chimps in spacesuits.
Yeah,
That's the
what
best.
happened to that?
Just put them up in outer space.
We should bring that back.
We really should because they're trying to cut down so that we get nothing now. We don't have any space program.
No,
but
we don't.
I'd like to have, bring it back to the monkey thing and let's rebuild from there. Sometimes you got to pull back.
We're the Russians are our only way.
That's
into
our
space.
ride into the city now.
Can you
into
believe
the
that?
city. Into the city. Our ride into the city, into outer space now is with the Ruskies and their fucking Soyuz ship.
Yeah, did you see that? That doesn't look like a fun ride.
It's like the same fucking spacecraft that they were using when we were doing like the Gemini project.
It's like an enema. It looks like it's like
Yes.
if you were a little kid, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is cool.
Cool
I'm in a
spaceship.
space. I'm holding a pepper grinder with two things coming out of the side. A Mr. Potato Head.
A pepper grinder.
Yeah, it's so boring looking.
No, there's no. Yeah, you don't see model. You make a model of a Soyuz spacecraft. They look
No one gives
horrible
a fuck anymore. It's too bad.
They suck.
Yeah,
they
that's
really do.
Too bad.
It's up to China now. They're into it.
Yeah, China's going.
This stuff falls apart so easy. I mean,
They have those big fucking ships with on the side. It just says light on ground.
No,
light fuse.
Don't do that to yourself.
Place on ground. Step away. Oh, I know that hack.
Oh my god.
Big wooden stick on the side. We get it. They make fireworks. Oh, I hate that.
Well, they bought a old Russian ship and they turned it into an aircraft carrier, right? What is it?
Yeah.
The SS
Really?
Jackie
They
Chan.
say it's.
what do they call that?
they say it's for research, though.
Oh,
not
yeah,
for
right.
military use. For research.
Is that their first aircraft carrier?
Yeah,
I think so,
and
yeah.
last.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's it.
We should fucking bomb it like
We're
we
going to
did the
sing that in
Japanese.
a second.
David Tell, where are you going to be?
Well, I'm going Stress Factory this weekend, Friday,
Nice.
Saturday in Jersey.
Very cool.
And then, of course, I got to say, we haven't really been at least I haven't, and Artie haven't. But the tour is coming up for Foxwood in June.
I talked to Artie about
Nice.
3 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah, I know. I had him on the my porn show, Dave's Old Porn. which is right after duck people. Now, wouldn't it be better if they looked like ducks or had some kind of duck quality?
Like duck people.
Yeah,
real
we
duck
have
people.
webbed hands,
Right.
and we're duck people.
I'd watch that.
We live in a weird patty-like world.
Or they were always having things thrown at their heads.
Delete anything from bread to keys if you throw them at it.
Duck. Amazing reflexes, these people.
Yeah.
Even better.
The fucking.
Oh, that's great.
The
Jim.
title has a comma in it.
And every week you're given an item to throw at them. The bowling ball people hate it because it's always so easy to get away from.
Oh, shit.
That's great. Because when he went to college with, who was that again? Johnny
Bradshaw.
Unitas? Yeah,
Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas.
One of them.
We got to take a break, but David Tell's going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend, and the tour with Jim Norton and Artie and Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, Nick's on the show. It's going to be
Fuck,
cool.
that's a great lineup, man.
Yeah, Nick is so funny, man.
Should we change the name of it from Antisocial? I don't know if I like that anymore. Me and Dave were talking.
To Uncle Social is something
We already made the
That's a good
T-shirts,
idea.
dude.
Yeah, you got the T-shirts printed. You got to go with it.
Maybe we'll change the name.
Well, what would you want it to be?
I don't know. Probably Jim Dave Art Nick or Nick Dave Art Jim.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
David Tell killing it today. He took a break. He'll be back in, and oh no, he's walking down the hall now. Good. David Tell is going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend, and we got Gillian Jacobs coming into the studio in a few minutes. What is she promoting today, there, Sam?
Community.
Of course.
Community.
Like that show.
Yeah.
It's a really good show.
Really is. With our pal Joel McHale.
Yeah.
What's up, David Tell?
I came up with a show idea. Ready?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, the Real Housewives of the Navy SEALs.
Oh.
No? Good?
That is good.
Do you know they have a 90% divorce rate?
SEALs?
Yeah, you know why, right?
Why?
Because when the guys come home, they just like constantly are kicking the doors open, like breaking the doors. Followed by the replacer of the doorknobs of the Navy SEAL Wives show. Honey, I love you, but you're constantly kicking the doors open. And when you shoot a load, it's always a double tap to my head.
Double tap.
Honey, and then they're always like, they never fight. They just like put their head like in a bucket of water for 10 minutes. I don't want to hear it.
What a hoot.
That was worth it, huh?
I'd watch that show.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to point out something. There's a video going around today. It'll probably you probably have seen it, or you'll see it soon.
Yeah.
It's called "Arrested Drunk Guy Sings Bohemian Rhapsody."
Yeah.
We are saying this is a fake video.
I'm saying
totally
fake. I don't,
Basically, it's a guy who got arrested, and then he starts singing Bohemian Rhapsody in the back seat. But he's not cuffed. And when he sings, there's no interaction with the police officer.
I don't know why he's not cuffed.
Yeah, why would
Unless
he
was
cuffed?
just getting a ride. Maybe he's not arrested. Maybe he was just getting a ride.
I think this is very fake.
Let's see.
I'm not buying it.
Here, start from... all right, yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
But it doesn't even matter. What it has to do with brotherhood of men on the planet Earth.
That's a bad copy. The one I got was better.
Is this the real life? Is this just
Looks like Mark Maron.
I thought it was Judah Friedlander.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
How many views does this have?
7,000.
Yeah, no.
And we can't sell tickets? This is really.
Yeah, I know.
No, there's a better version out there. That's probably a copy of. I
don't know. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. Why isn't he cuffed?
And he's arrested? Oh, he's in the cop car now.
I guess that's what people are trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, what's with the camera pointing at him in the car?
Just not interested.
And then I don't care.
It's a viral. It's a viral video.
It's not as good as it's not as good as a rolling high jumping robot, which is another.
No.
What?
That's 11 views.
Oh boy, commercials.
American Pie is coming back.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
I thought all those kids were killed at the Fukushima reactor. They've got to be all in their 40s now, right?
Yeah, stop.
I mean,
it's movies. What's the original? 15 years old by now?
Wow.
Is that it? The original American Pie?
I don't know.
And then they made sequels that were direct to fucking like video, if you call it that.
They
anymore.
Olsen twinned it.
Yeah,
they're like, we don't even need the people.
Ixnay, the whole cast is coming in A.
Are they?
Including
Whole
Eugene,
cast is coming in A.
Including Eugene Levy himself, Ixnay.
Wow.
I mean, I love it. It's great.
Oh, we can't wait.
Oh, that's good.
What the?
Whoa!
All
That's
right.
so cool.
Whoa. Rolling high jump robot could be the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, why does this?
Holy shit. No way.
I bet you they threw it off and they read something.
Yes, and they went backwards.
That's 15 feet. Easily.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
they jumped
went
into
backwards.
a warehouse roof.
No, they went backwards.
No way.
And then fucking.
No, because it would have been bouncy. What, did it just stick right on the ground?
Oh, great.
See,
A
they just
suicidal
went to-
robot. That's all we need.
That thing is
I can't
cool.
take it.
I'd like to squat over that with my asshole open.
Have it drive in.
Here we go. It's going to pop up this little hill.
It does like a wheelie in place on the hind legs, wheels, and then it just jumps
How the fuck does
to
that?
amazing heights.
That's really helpful if you're a pound. If you're a 1 pound man and you want to ride around.
The sand flea. With funding from DARPA, Gietta, and
that would really, that's
people like you.
Yeah, how great would that be?
That'd be great to hit whatever, priests or something, who hate science. Ow! A robot.
Yeah. This does not
no
exist.
one believes you.
Yeah. I'd like to
No
put.
one
I'd like
believes
to,
you.
I'd like to put that in somebody's wheelchair. Watch them fucking slam their head on the ceiling.
Fucking launch him onto a roof. Leave him there.
No,
Grandma, you can't come. It's too rocky. Oh, really?
No, you do it in their house, so they just fucking keep hitting their skull
Up against the ceiling?
Yeah.
They gotta
Hover
cool the-
around, takes me where I want to go. Where will it take me? To the rim of the canyon and all.
I used to be scared if a fire broke out. Now I can just, and they show it rolling out the window and fucking bouncing to safety.
That's a great way for muggers, like the old people. They're
Oh, yeah. I could just,
get away from me, boy.
they keep jumping over his head. Mugger doesn't know what to do. He's swatting it like a fly.
Or a rebound.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. What?
Should we get our guest in here?
Oh, right.
Gillian Jacobs. She came earlier.
Move,
Gillian.
Sam.
Everyone says Gillian.
I think it's
don't know
Gillian,
why.
though,
It's
because
Gillian.
it's
Gillian.
It's Gillian, right?
Oh,
Gillian.
Gillian.
Do you guys want me to leave her?
No, you hang out. Come on.
No.
Where are you going?
I'll do my scratch off games while they're.
All right.
Mega Million.
No, that's a sucker's bet. This is the way to go.
Oh, what? God, I remember getting those. The
Let's all
Lucky
do one.
Sevens. Lucky Sevens have always been the good ones.
Oh, I want a
I'm gonna do
Lucky Seven.
Sevens.
And I'll save one for her.
I have a lucky
How am I
7.
supposed to scratch this off with 100? I'm
Get
just
your
saying.
assistant.
I'll use the edge of my wacky bell.
Hey, Dave,
Oh, there it is.
what's the object of this? What do I do?
Oh, you got to match. You got to go like 3 in a row,
Three
like
in a row.
a tic-tac-toe.
Went up to you want to win up to 2,700? What a lousy number.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
it's what's
Is that one? Let me
when do you
try
do
this.
prize?
You can
That's
do it
it.
either before or you can wait.
All right, I got 2 chances to win with
You don't really gamble, do
with
you?
sevens.
No.
Well, they made it look like a.
Oh, I got 3 on the diagonal.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You
I did.
How much?
I don't know. I don't
Hey,
scrape
we're
that
all
off
in it
first.
together.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gallon of Arthur Ashe's blood.
Well, okay. The prize is, my friend, you have won $17.
No way! That's what you wanted.
Right
no, you
there.
got it.
Right
No,
there.
What you're supposed to do is buy 17 tickets.
Of course you
do. It's called the gambling problem.
Yeah. No, you take that.
I can't. No, you
I'm
donate that to the
independently
cardboard cutout duck people. Something.
But he's never going to
Dollars, I have millions of them.
He's never going to go to the store to get his money. So
That
you
is
take
true.
That.
Yeah, that would be funny if you did go.
You take it.
Give it to
I'm gonna
charity.
I love giving these to the homeless guys, and they're always like, "What?" I'm
be
like,
like-
"But there's money on that," and they're like, "Huh?" They never know what to say.
Put it in their shoe for insulation.
Yeah, they
Dummies. I've never actually seen a $17 winner.
That's a good win.
It's usually $1 or,
or nothing.
something big or nothing. Yeah. Hi, Gillian.
Hey. Gillian Jacobs.
Take a seat right over there in the seat of honor. We
This
call
is your
that.
scratch-off game.
Yes.
Thanks. Hey,
Yeah.
Good to see
We
you.
got scratch off.
We're doing scratch offs.
I got a 7, and then I got 4 7s, but it's like in the shape of a cross with a 9 in the middle.
Well, that
You
doesn't
didn't win
work.
anything.
That's nothing.
That's
That's
you
like
lost.
tic-tac-toe.
Wait, you lost, Jimmy?
Yeah, jury duty.
You need some
Yeah,
money?
let,
we already
yeah, we need
scratched that one
coins.
We
off.
already scratched it off.
It's a $17
No,
winner.
You're ready to go. You got to scratch.
Okay.
That's a $17 winner.
Oh, she's using her nails.
Do you want to
Does
use the end
anybody
of my
have a
ID?
coin here?
Do you want to use the end of my ID here? I used to use that.
What?
Thanks.
Wash your hands.
Good luck.
Okay.
I would have won 700. Fuck.
I hope
I don't know how this works.
I hope
like
the
when the girls
filament
do it.
on there
See, if
demagnetizes
you get
your
3
ID.
7s in a row, you
Can't get
win.
in.
And
I knew why you'd won.
you didn't win
What's
so
it called?
far. The biggest win is a
This is like
17.
bingo.
17 so far.
Yeah, it's a little bit like bingo, but
Well, it's like tic-tac-toe, really.
Tic-tac-toe.
You got to get diagonal.
Oh, I get
it's like
another one?
Yeah,
Hollywood
no.
Squares
You
without the
guys
gay
got
guy
money
in the
to
middle.
burn.
no, you didn't get anything yet.
No?
But yeah, it's good to see what the prize would have been. That would have been $1 or so. It doesn't matter.
Gillian Jacobs here, of
Hi,
course.
guys.
From
Community.
Thank you for
Yes,
having me back.
community.
Yes.
We love
Get
community.
2 7s
Yeah.
and money. Oh, fuck me.
No? Nothing, Jimmy?
Did I win, Dave?
What happened?
Wow, you had $700. No, you lost.
You're a loser.
That would have been $700.
I
Do you
would
guys
have.
do this every? Oh,
Never.
Wait. No. Okay.
Yeah, it's our
Almost.
thrilling scratch-off ticket game. We do
Yeah.
every day at 9:10
Yeah.
a.m. We have a
But then there's all
segment.
this legal on the back.
Thank you.
Oh, legal
Uh-oh.
schmiegel.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's good. So, how are you? How have you been? Oh, your headphones. Why don't they make good headphones for these people?
What? Oh, I have a very small head.
Well, because
like-
it's actually working like that for you,
You know
isn't
what?
it?
Most actors have really big heads. I have a peanut head, so
Aw.
yeah.
Oh, it's merely adorable. So how are things with? I'm just gonna say with Chevy.
Chevy's fine.
Is he? This is like the longest gig he's ever had, I think. Right?
Yeah, he
And
was
we're
only
just-
on SNL for a year. This is 3 years now.
Wow.
We're just waiting for one of them to tell the truth.
to crack and actually explain. Didn't someone tell us the truth once?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might have heard some things. After
Was it
the
on
mics
the
were
air or off?
It was unfortunately off.
Oh, damn
We're
it.
waiting for
Unfortunately
the
off.
one of these people.
Yeah,
will crack.
yeah. Someone's gonna crack
They're gonna
one
crack.
of these days.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
But it won't
And
be
we're
on
gonna-
this show.
We're gonna make headlines.
It'll be like right after they leave this show, they'll go somewhere else.
When you
and
know the show's going
talk about
away, then we'll get you people back.
looking at illegal stuff on Chevy's computer.
Yeah.
all the good stuff will come out.
He doesn't know how to use a computer.
I bet.
I had to reset his Apple ID password for him once.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it scumbag? I'm teasing, of course.
He's gonna blow up our
He does have a reputation. I'm just saying. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I don't know the man.
We almost met him once.
Yeah.
You almost did?
We were in makeup together, and he,
Oh, that's really? right.
He refused to acknowledge us.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Even after we said
Said
hi.
hi and everything.
Yeah.
Even after we said hi.
Well, he's
Yeah.
hard of hearing. He
Is that
probably
what
Oh, is
was
that
going
it?
on?
Yeah.
I saw him at Book of Mormon. I sat right behind him.
Oh, yeah?
He enjoyed it very much.
He was laughing hard.
Hooting and
Remember that?
hollering at it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a great show. I haven't
It's
seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
Was
it?
it?
You gotta
I don't go for the salty language, but aside from that,
Telling its sensibilities.
yeah,
We're
I didn't go
offended.
for that. I thought they could have taken the high road.
Salty language.
I'd love to see that show, but I think it's probably the hardest tickets in town to get.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
But
I
you're-
just said the same thing David Tell said.
But you're Gillian Jacobs. You should be able to
I
get
don't
a
know.
Aren't you on like a secret list of like celebrities
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want to go see it?
I don't know. Low-rated NBC sitcom. I don't
No.
know.
Come
If
on,
that
what
cool.
are you saying now?
Critically acclaimed. Critically acclaimed.
Acclaimed.
Oh,
Some
boy.
chick with a small head is here. Will call.
She has a baseball hat with newspaper stuffed into it.
You know what? You joke, but I really can shop at like Gap Kids. So.
All right.
Go on.
Now
Go
you're
on.
talking hot. Yes.
What do you think? That's a plus in this room.
Yes. Oh my goodness. What kind of perks are you getting these days? Because you must go out there and you're known now. People see you and recognize you. You getting the perks?
What
Like maybe not
perks?
the good Broadway tickets, but
I'm honestly trying to think. People say hello, and they're very nice to me.
So annoying people come up to you?
No. I don't think I've ever gotten a perk. I still have a hard time getting tables at restaurants. I should start.
What?
Where do you go?
I should say I'm Amy Poehler, and then I probably get better.
That's
tables
your
at
pace
restaurant,
car.
right? Yeah.
I get it.
Pace car.
That's like that's who they compare you to. So you're always Amy. They got Amy instead of
Well, my grandpa is 95, and he.
God bless.
95.
I like doing that.
What size is his head?
He's tiny. He is not even 5 feet
head.
tall. He's like 4'10". I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah. So his head is small.
Okay.
What nationality?
German, Irish, a little bit of Dutch.
Oh, man, are you Aryan? I love that.
Yeah.
Big blue eyes on her.
Me and Joel are holding down for the Northern Europeans
That's
on the show.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
Northern European.
Yeah, we're right. I mean...
Being a Jew, that we never called it that. But yeah, the Northern Europeans are coming.
Well, my last name is Jacobs, so I think somebody converted somewhere along
Exactly.
the line.
Oh, Jacobs.
You're right.
Jacobs
Hey,
should be a Jew, right? But I'm not.
Maybe.
Well, that could have been somebody after the war just making a quick switch.
Yeah.
So they didn't get in Dutch.
Yeah, suddenly we were Dutch.
Oh, Dave.
You look a little Dutch.
I look okay.
Very, very pretty. The cheekbones.
Oh, thanks. I have Dutch cheekbones.
You got that
okay.
going for you.
Learn
Which is
something
nice.
new every day.
On that tiny head.
And Joel is a cool dude.
Joel
is very cool.
Super cool dude.
We like Joel.
I actually.
He talks shit when the mics are off.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Oh. Don't blow up his spot.
Oh, I'm not.
Did Joel get hair treatments
You
done?
guys asked me this the last time I was
Well,
here.
I thought maybe now you
We
know
weren't
more
happy
'cause it
with
was
your
growing
answer last
anymore.
time.
I asked him.
But you could tell if you look.
You know what? His hair's always looked exactly the same for the entire
Nope.
3 years
I
that I've
remember
known him.
on the soup thing there, he was looking like he had that strip, that Phil Collins-ish looking thing. Not as bad as Phil. And now he's got this great full head without the receding on either
it is terrific.
temporal lobe.
Temporal
I
lobe.
think he's had no, because at one point you look like the guy from Planet of the Apes. You ever watch the original Planet of the Apes?
Yes.
Taylor's friend. You cut out his brain, you bloody baboon. And he's got that hair thing going. It looks like that on both sides. But now he's got a full head of hair.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
I think he's got a beautiful head of hair.
He
He's
does.
a lovely man.
So you
paid
made
for.
me Google image.
Wasn't
See, we
paid
have
for.
something.
This is
we have
exactly
something called
what
the
you did
internet.
the last time I was here.
let's
We have
see.
something called the
good to
internet
me.
here.
See?
You should, you know what?
Look at that, huh?
It's always
But you know
looked
what?
the same the entire time I've known him.
You are so good.
Thank you very
yeah.
much.
Did Chevy have a personality transplant? Because I noticed.
show.
Teasing, of course. I love Chevy.
I met him once. He was pleasant.
Was he?
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
That sounds good. What a rousing endorsement that is. He was
Well,
pleasant.
we only spoke for a second.
Nana's pleasant, too. I don't want to be in a room with
Exactly. Handed me a sugar cookie. No, we only met for a second, and I annoyed him to take a photo. And he
He's
did.
a legend, you know.
her. Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is.
Yes,
Meeting
he
him
is.
is like
Fletch, come on.
meeting.
Fletch Lives,
Yes.
Cops and Robertsons.
Cops and
Has-
Robertsons.
Has Joel
That's
told you
third
about
on your
this?
list?
Well, that's the one Joel brings up daily.
Of course he does.
See?
That's great.
Did
That's
he
why we
tell,
love Joel.
Has Joel ever told you about Karate Dog? Our
No.
obsession
Oh,
with Karate Dog?
no.
All right, so he is the voice, Chevy Chase is the voice of Karate Dog.
Who else
the,
could be?
I know, in the movie Karate Dog. That's what you guys should Google. That's
Can we
amazing.
Google Karate Dog?
Yeah,
Please?
and
You have to. You're at
yeah,
the computer.
okay. Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Does it have a jumping
You're a big
robot
star.
in it?
You're a big star. Don't do it.
Jumping rope.
So it is
Karate
a show. It's a movie that stars Simon Rex.
Look at you doing all the
John
work.
Voight.
The
I know.
legwork here.
We have
Can
our
you
work.
book my flight?
We have
Julian,
our
please?
working. John Voight.
Karate Dog
John
trailer.
Voight's in it?
Yeah, yeah.
How about his car?
And Chevy is the voice of Karate Dog. And Joel discovered it one day on
And Pablo Francisco.
Yeah, Showtime. And so Joel started buying every DVD that was under $5 on eBay of Karate
man.
Dog. And by the end of the season, he had 50 copies of it in his trailer. And the last day of shooting, he presented Chevy with 50.
With all of the
Yeah.
copies, I'm sure Chevy took the joke well and laughed.
He
oh,
did.
Wait.
He started hiding them on the set. So there was one scene where we all had to get up to a lectern, and he put a copy of Karate Dog up there. And it took Chevy like 15 minutes to notice it. We thought that he was taking it really well, but then we realized he just hadn't seen it. And then when he finally found it, he was like, "You prick!" and like flung it at Joel. But
He is hard to
we
work with, see?
Take much delight in Karate Dog. It's our
Karate
favorite
Dog.
thing.
Let's
Yeah.
try to hear Chevy as
Oh, yeah.
Karate Dog.
Eye cat or watch cat? No. Oh, yeah.
Looks good.
Want to come back to my place?
That's Chevy
right there. If you were high, you would never stop laughing.
Yeah.
No.
He's a party
Oh, yeah,
animal.
yeah, this is the best.
Shit, he's got a band.
Oh, neat.
They're playing instruments.
This is bullshit. Animals don't do this.
Oh, literal Chip.
Hey, we playing poker or what?
All right, enough!
The guy got pissed
inappropriate.
on.
It's great.
John Voight is in
John
this.
Voight.
poor
They're
John
both
Voight.
karate masters.
Is that why they have Midnight Cow Dog? Where the dog gets blown by some kid in fucking Times Square with glasses? Please don't beat me up.
And that's a good one.
Miyagi's in it.
Yeah, it's
Ralphie May and Ben
Ralphie
Bailey.
May. Yes. Jamie Presley,
visual.
Simon Rex, John Voight, and the voice of Chevy Chase as Karate Dog.
Hey, you've done like a lot of. I'm really not familiar with you, but I do love your show. I think it's really
thanks.
cool. It's a ensemble piece.
Yeah.
So how did you? I didn't hear like the first time you were on here,
Yeah.
but how did you get that part?
Well, I went in and auditioned like hundreds of other girls.
Who were you up against? Like who was like your
I think it came down to like five. It usually comes down to like 5 girls, and then
Okay.
you audition for the studio, which was Sony, and then the network, which was NBC.
Ava Braun.
Ava
It was like you, the girl from Precious. Was it like some totally out? Like they always bring in like that.
It was probably. I'm trying to remember, like 5 girls that we probably all looked vaguely similar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think in their mind they wanted someone who looked like Joe from Facts of Life. That was their like, physical.
Thank God it
ideal.
wasn't Jerry.
So much hotter than him. That guy's not hot.
So the girl Joe, like the tough,
Yeah.
Oh, they
leather
wanted like a
wearing-
tomboy?
Yeah, they wanted like a tomboy, like a brunette, like tall tomboy. So I was not the physical type that they were looking for, but I guess I could act the part, thankfully. But it's like a really horrible process that they put actors through, where you have to sit there with the other girls who are up for the part. You have
Yeah.
to sit there together for hours and then go in and read one by one, and then they come out and they say, okay, we'll see Gillian and Jane again, and then the other girls are sitting there going,
Like,
great, we didn't get it. And then you have to go and do it for the network, and you go into these tiny little rooms where there's like 15 people in suits and no one smiles, and they don't
They
laugh.
auction you off.
They purposefully don't laugh at anything that you're doing, and it's a comedy, so you have no idea if you're bombing or if it's
Right,
going
they're
well.
Oh, man.
The flop sweat starts coming on, and I would literally start to see double. I would get so
Really?
nervous. Yeah. So
Holy shit, that's nervous.
Is this your first?
Wow.
Was this your first major gig?
yeah, I mean, I'd done other pilots, but this was the first one that actually went to series. And
cool.
I'd done guest stars or, recurring parts on shows that got quickly canceled. So for me, this was the first time I was actually
first
the
real
lead on.
gig.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good gig to
It was a
score
really
first
good
time.
gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, to turn into, what Community has become.
And
It's
then how
been pretty amazing.
How did you hear that you got the part? Like, where were you? Probably know exactly where you were,
yeah.
right?
Well, it was this whole drawn out process because they said I went on they make it as horrible as possible for
Can
actors.
I make it more horrible in my mind?
Yeah.
This is how you heard. You were about to go on stage at a strip club. And you got a phone call. What?
You're unfamiliar with my work, but I've actually played a lot of strippers.
I'm
so
sure.
Man,
you
sure.
hit the nail on the head.
That's nice.
I really thought that you maybe read
It was
my
like the
resume
rent was
before.
due. It was like,
right.
Oh, could you hand my dollar to the tiny-headed girl?
Yes, I know. I was slipping on the lucite heels.
you're about to get in a bathtub with a radio. You're going to put it in there. This is it. I hate Hollywood. October. The phone rings.
I wasn't quite suicidal, but probably given me a couple more months and I would have gotten there. But they basically, so I went in on a Monday. They said, you're going to know like by Thursday. So every time my agent calls, my heart starts pounding. Thursday, they call and they say, we have 95% good news. And I was like, how is that possible? It was a
Wow,
yes or
yeah.
no. And they said, you have to go back in. It's down to you and another girl. But you're going to know on Thursday because there's a table read.
That's
And
50%.
I know.
50.
That
That isn't
is 50. That's not
95%.
95.
they don't, we're not so good at math.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay.
And so
It's a
then
weird blood test. 95% clear.
So I go back in, it's me and another girl, and they say, you're going to know, because at noon they're going to do this table read, and whoever gets the part is going to do the table read. So I go in, I read, this girl goes and I read, I go back and read. I'm reading with Joel for these network executives. Okay, so then I leave, nobody says anything. And
But that's the first time you actually read with Joel.
that was the second time I read with
Okay.
Joel. This was the most drawn out process ever. And so I leave, and then I get a call, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, this is it, I got it. And they said, you still don't have the part.
Oh,
wow.
Come on.
They want you to go to the table read anyway, so you have to leave right now in order to make it. So I'm driving like
I'm busy.
Yeah. I was not busy. Driving like a mad woman to get there, and they say, they're introducing everyone. I meet Chevy. I meet Danny Pudi, plays Abed. Joel's there, all the executives. And so they start introducing everyone. This is Joel, who's playing Jeff Winger. This is Chevy, who's playing Pierce. Danny, who's playing Abed. And the newest member of our cast, Gillian Jacobs. So I started crying.
And then they fired you. baby!
That would be Hollywood. That would be Hollywood.
Is that why they told you that way? This way you would...
You know what?
That's nice.
I had gotten the offer in the drive down to the table read, and they wanted to surprise me and tell me in front of everyone. So I did, in fact, start crying.
Did you have a sneaky suspicion or no?
No, I mean, you get so used to being fired, being replaced, getting close and not getting it that until you've signed
Look
the
who you're
contract.
talking to here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We want to know that.
Fired, replaced, and didn't get it. That's like our So wait, you actually have gotten replaced in a pilot?
Yes, I did a pilot called Traveler that was for ABC. I shot the pilot. It got picked up to series, and they replaced me.
Oh, with who?
Whoa.
I don't remember.
That's a lot of binge eating after that.
Yeah.
And whatever happened to that sitcom?
It lasted 6 episodes.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that embarrassing, though? It's
It's very embarrassing. And then...
Because somebody had to say, all right, this is all good and everything. You got to get rid of
Except for
her.
her.
You got to get rid of the
Except for
girl.
her.
How happy were you when it bombed?
Well, a little
You
bit of
had it?
Schadenfreude, right? Yeah, but you can't be too happy because,
You were happy.
There, but for
You
the
were
grace
happy.
of God,
There for the
go
grace of God,
I.
yeah.
Yes.
Not only would I
No, no.
wish for it to fail, I would hope it failed because of a fire in the studio, and they were all trapped in the room. I would root against it heavily.
That's so cool, though, that you're driving and driving. Like, do you get to use the diamond lane if you get a pilot and you have to get down to the table?
Very special
Where are you
people.
going? I just got a pilot. I'm going to...
Well, they had sent me to the wrong place, so by the time I got there, I was so frazzled.
You walk in, it's just a biker bar with a pool table. Welcome to the final audition.
That's, oh my God. It gets close to that sometimes.
Does it? You get some
Really?
pushy guys, I bet, right? Pretty
Yeah,
girl
I
like
mean,
you?
It's weird. I remember one time...
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl like you.
Beautiful girl like you.
I remember one time early on, I was going out for a lot of print ads. I had a commercial agent, and they sent me to this place, and they're like, it's a photographer, and he wants to meet new people for the new season. And there's all these guys and girls, and you're sitting there, and they you call you in groups of like 15 and, they take your picture. And then so finally you get to meet the photographer and he goes, I want to show you a book of my work. And I'm flipping through it and it's all romance novel covers. And
That's what you call it?
yeah. It was semi-legit. And then I left without them taking my name. And they were like, wait, we didn't get your name. And I was like, that's fine. And
Yeah.
just walked out the door. But
You didn't like the idea of being on a romance novel?
you know what? I
In a
probably
man's
should have
arms?
done it just for the story later on. It would have made a great story, but I got a little freaked out when
It's
I
better than
realized.
if it was like crime scene photos of
Yeah.
the Black Dahlia. or
We're
something.
obviously taking where you're standing. Where are you from originally?
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yes.
Penguins.
Penguins.
Are you a hockey fan?
I've been getting more into hockey lately. I watched 24/7 Road to the Winter
How great
Classic.
is that?
It was amazing.
Everyone should watch that,
Yeah.
even if they're not a hockey fan. Well shot.
So
Got a
I
young man in your life? Young man?
I have a young man in my life who's a hockey fan.
Oh, see, I was
So
wondering.
that's, yeah,
That's
I know.
why I asked. 'Cause
That's
it's
how
like,
I know about all sports.
Yeah, girls
Through
don't just
guys
get
that
into
did it. I know.
hockey. They don't
But
just start.
24/7 is awesome. I watched On with Freddie Roach. I've watched, Manny Pacquiao. I will watch any 24/7 programming. I don't care what.
And what does he
sport
have to
it
watch? The Love Letter or something like that? The
RuPaul's
Notebook?
Drag Race.
Yeah. You like that show?
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Jimmy goes, yes. Jimmy, we weren't
Oh, sorry. You meant Gillian.
yeah, you like that
Yes.
one? Drag Race?
It's amazing.
Why is it good?
Drag queens.
Why is
yeah.
it good?
It is like Project Runway, America's Next Top Model, and drag all rolled
Just
into
say
one.
gay.
So,
Gay.
so I'll say again, why is it good?
It's, you know what? It is basically like the Super Bowl for me.
Yeah.
I could not be more excited about an hour of television than RuPaul's Drag Race.
I've watched America's Top Model.
Okay,
I've seen that one.
add that plus dudes wearing dresses.
Wow,
Wow.
I'm
So
in.
they have to make their own dresses. They have to do their own hair, their own wigs. They have to perform in these challenges, and then if they're up for elimination, they have to lip sync
Why
for
are we
their
all
life.
staring at Jimmy?
Three.
I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I only know the finished product.
Well, true.
Yeah, I don't want to see all the work it took.
Jimmy might have a story or two. We don't know
really?
for sure. We don't know. We don't know if it's for the radio or not.
So
We
were
have no
you,
idea.
were you a child actress too? Like you
Yeah.
seem like you were like a kid actor.
I was in the theater. I started.
Branson?
Branson?
Branson, Missouri?
I've never been to Branson,
We
Missouri.
want to go so
been to the
bad.
There's
Pittsburgh
plenty of time.
Improv?
You know what? I never.
Exactly.
We want to go to Branson,
Is it
Missouri.
an okay place for stand-up? Pittsburgh is a pretty good place for stand-up. Yeah. There's actually a lot of theater in Pittsburgh, too, surprisingly.
Really?
So, yeah.
What kind of theater?
I did dinner theater. I did children's theater.
Does dinner theater suck because they're eating while you're performing?
Yeah, and a rat died in the theater somewhere, and they couldn't find it, and so it smelled.
Oh,
I can't believe that people
man.
would
It was just
actually
grandma's
eat
pussy.
food.
Oh, Jesus.
Someone had to open the door eventually.
Sorry.
And they eat on magnetic trays.
She's
Shut
so
up, Yakov.
nice and beautiful.
Yeah, she
Wow.
really is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a splash, a cold splash on her face. Whoa!
Good morning.
Good
Man.
morning.
What was your first ever like job on television?
On television?
I did. Oh,
Yeah. No, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
I had a recurring part on the show called The Book of Daniel on NBC that was lasted about 6 episodes, was heavily protested by some far-right Christian organization, and they got the show pulled very quickly.
It sounds like an episode of Drag Race to me.
It was more heavily protested than Drag
really?
Race. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They got
Yeah.
it pulled, though.
What was it about?
It was Aidan Quinn played a Episcopal priest.
He's good.
He was great.
He's
I
really
kind
good
of
acting.
remember this, though. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm remembering this
Ellen
stuff.
Burstyn played like a bishop.
Very, very good.
And so he had a pill problem, and he talked to Jesus. Who
Who were you?
I was Ellen Burstyn's niece, who was in love with Aidan Quinn's closeted gay son.
Oh,
And-
man, this is craziness.
yeah, and Garrett Dillahunt, who's on Raising Hope, played Jesus.
I would have canceled the show, too.
Were you
This is
ever
craziness.
Any like fun show, like Manatee or anything cool, like an
Manatee.
action show or anything?
Action show.
Like were you like a little?
I was on Fringe for an episode.
Oh, that's cool.
It
Yeah.
had to do with CSI, right?
No,
Yeah,
I never
does.
did. I did
No?
a Law and Order.
Oh, Law and Order. Okay,
Yes,
that fits.
And
Who'd you play, the hooker or the victim?
you know what? It was a boring
DA.
episode because I played neither victim nor criminal.
Oh,
I
man.
was like, it was Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Law
It
and Order
was,
parking tickets.
boring.
yeah, and it was. But it was Jeff Goldblum's first episode, so I got to work with Jeff Goldblum. But I was
Resume
neither.
stuffer there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure.
But Fringe, I kidnapped a young boy and had a fight scene with Anna Torv, so that was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
Uncle
died.
Paul.
I got shot.
Oh, cool.
So I got to wear a squib pack and bleed.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun.
And how was Ellen Burstyn? I'm very jealous you got to work with her.
I got to work with her twice, actually. I did a play with her, too, at the Public Theater. She is amazing.
All I would do is Exorcist lines.
Yeah.
That's all I would
wow, I
do.
forgot about
she would
that.
love
Good
that.
one,
Do you
Joe.
know
yeah.
that she really got injured on The Exorcist? They had her on some like rig for some. She gets like blown back by the force of the devil or something, and she landed on her tailbone and really injured her tailbone and was screaming in actual pain. And she said that the director just went, "Go in closer, go in closer."
yeah,
and they
that's
didn't
real
call
good
cut.
shot.
But she really got injured on The Exorcist.
I wonder if they
I think I
used
remember
the-
that
the
scene, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, when she gets blown back, the door closes, and she gets blown back onto the floor, and she
Yeah.
is howling.
That's
Wow.
real. That's real,
Oh,
genuine
shit.
pain.
Yeah,
But
pretty good.
Yeah, I did a play with
bad.
her, the last play I ever did in New York, and she had like a 30-minute monologue in the second act of the show. And, she's in her 80s.
Jesus.
And we did 8 shows a week, and every show, whether it was a matinee on Saturday or, the Friday night show, she was absolutely incredible. She's an amazing talent.
But she just
30-minute
never
monologue.
remembered your name.
Never. Who cares? She doesn't need to know my name.
Come over here, Gabby.
Yes. Here's your tea, Miss Burston. Yeah. No, she's amazing.
That's
Wow,
cool.
That's a pretty good career
So
you got
you
going
really
for
are
yourself.
like a serious actress.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's
kind
cool.
of.
She's a
yeah,
big
no.
deal.
And you do comedy.
big deal.
Comedy is which is easier, the comedy or the drama? I mean,
Comedy is really hard.
It's hard,
It's
yeah?
really, really hard. And before Community, I'd never done any comedy. So I have learned so much doing the show. And I'm really grateful that I got to meet all these people. And now I get to, do these little live shows in L.A. and get to meet comics, and Patton Oswalt's been on my
He's
show,
great.
and
He's really funny.
Paul F. Tompkins, and all these people Jack Black, all these people I really admire. So I've gotten to meet a whole other world of
A
comics.
word of advice, by the way, when you're doing comedy acting, this is what works for me. After I deliver the line, I'll go.
Start the laughter.
I'll take any tricks of the trade.
And what about your boyfriend? Is he like a comic or a
He's
writer?
not. No, you guys are too dark. I can't date a comic.
Oh, man.
What does he do? He's a restaurateur. Is he an LA guy?
I wish he's a writer.
Oh, okay. then.
Yeah.
So you pay all the bills. Honey, I'm working on a new Transporter movie. Honey.
Transporter. That would probably pay well, a Transporter.
I know. Well, every guy in LA.
Well, what kind of writing does he do?
He writes screenplays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything we know?
No.
Nothing yet?
No, I'm not saying.
No.
We should ask you about Community. What are we gonna see this coming
What's today? Is today Thursday? I don't even know what today is.
Today's Thursday.
Thursday. Tonight is the beginning of
starts.
a two-parter.
Okay.
And it's a blanket fort versus pillow fort. So it's Troy versus Abed, and it's a war that's breaking out on Community. And let's see. Oh, Subway is our new sponsor. So how the show gets so we
Jared
now
shows up.
we have a Subway sandwich shop on the show now, and so for the show there's a law at the college that any establishment has to be owned 85% by a student. So they basically created a man named Subway who's been enrolled as a student at Greendale Community College, and so I, of course, fall in love with him. So I have a love interest tonight's episode. A man named Subway.
How long does that love
Sounds
interest
like a
last?
Well,
special
Britta
guest.
tends to blow up all of her romances. They don't go so well, so I don't know if it's going to be a recurring part. But
And who would that be? Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow. You know what? Tim Tebow actually wandered by the set of Community in our second season. Yes.
Wow.
Before he was internationally famous, we all met Tim Tebow. He was shooting a Hanes commercial on the Paramount lot, and I guess his brother loves Community. He didn't know what the hell it was.
Of course.
But he visited our set for like a half an hour.
That's a little risque for him, isn't it?
Well, he was really excited to see Ken Jeong because I guess he loves The Hangover. But yeah, he had no idea what show, what we
It's a
were.
little risque for him, too.
And are you sure that was his brother?
Oh,
Opie, what are you implying?
They were hugging a lot.
Gentlemen.
I know.
Sorry.
So do you have a love scene with this guy?
With Subway? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah,
dude.
I do.
I'm sorry.
There's some smooching tonight.
Oh.
Is it a sexy one, like in Different Strokes? When they went to the bike shop?
I have never seen that
World's
episode.
oldest reference. It's on an episode of Storage Wars this week.
Does that upset the boyfriend, the kissing scenes? Why?
I mean,
it should.
It's part of the deal, right? If you're going to date an actress.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
What do you feel when you're kissing somebody on film?
His cock?
Well,
That's Jamie's in the corner.
I know. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Gentlemen.
And we love you.
I
don't know why
I know,
we're doing
imagine
this.
if you
I feel
didn't
comfortable.
like me.
Yeah, we feel comfortable with you.
Come on, you're Northern European. You've heard this kind of stuff before.
Apparently, every time I would kiss Joel on the show, I would make a horrible face afterwards because I don't
Kissing Joel.
Yeah, kissing Joel. It's Joel in specific
Does he have
that I
bad
don't.
breath?
No, Joel has great breath. He's obsessive about the breath mints. He has great breath.
What would you do? Give you a choice: quit or kiss Chevy. Just quit the best
kiss
gig
him on the
ever.
cheek.
Yeah.
Kiss him on the cheek.
What if it's
kiss
an
him
open
on the
mouth
forehead.
kiss?
Oh.
No.
Do you feel anything though when you're making out with somebody on film?
No.
No, nothing at all.
No.
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 There are so many people on the set and they're watching. It's very difficult
that's what
to
we
get
hear
it
all the
all
time.
than that.
I got turned on. I did it one time. I got to make it with Nina Hartley, and I was surprised.
Yeah, you'd get turned on.
But I was
You're
turned.
you.
No, but I was shocked that I wasn't terrified. Yeah.
Well, she warmed you up.
Okay. Did you guys see this movie, Beginners? It was a movie that Christopher Plummer won the Oscar for this year. It was.
You lost me.
Okay. Well, for all of you guys, it's a highbrow intellectual film, all right? Featuring Oscar winners.
Okay.
Stupid Oscar
winners. That's like a People's Choice, but better, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that made from like a book, right?
Yeah.
Stupid
So
books. Yeah.
it stars Ewan McGregor and Christopher Plummer and this actress Melanie Laurent, who is in Inglourious Bastards. I'm sure you guys have seen Inglourious Bastards. characters.
Great movie, except for Brad Pitt.
All right.
Boo.
Well, she's the blonde French woman in Inglourious Basterds. So,
she was fine.
the guy who directed the movie, this guy Mike Mills, they added some scenes and they couldn't get Melanie Laurent because she'd gone back to France. And we had mutual friends. I met him a couple times, and out of the blue, I got an email saying, "I think you're the same height and hair color as Melanie Laurent. I don't even know if you're an actress, but would you play the back of her head for a day because we have to shoot this extra scene?"
Wow.
So he was like, "The scene is with Ewan McGregor." So I was like, "I'm in." So for one day, I played the back of Melanie Laurent's head, and they're like, "So it has to match exactly this other scene, and in that scene, he's carrying her and kissing her. So is it okay if Ewan McGregor picks you up and kisses you to exit the scene?" And I was like, "I think that would be okay with me." So I spent a morning being picked up and kissed by Ewan McGregor, and that was not bad.
She filleted the director. Is there any way?
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is
So
cool.
that was a good gig.
How does that help with your self-esteem, though, playing the back of the head of a French woman, a Frenchie?
Well, you know what?
Frenchie. Come on!
It's a great director, and it was Ewan McGregor, so I didn't really have a problem with it.
I got asked to play the back of her head in Escape from Alcatraz. There's a prison.
You're doing the live-action Shawshank virtual game.
Yes. Yes. We'd like you to play guard number 3 who rapes Andy Dufresne. I'm sure.
Well, so it's hard being an actress, especially, I don't know, you moved from Pittsburgh when you were how old?
17. I moved to New York.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
You
Did
really
you
went for it.
Did you graduate high school?
I did graduate high school.
Because that'd be weird if you're playing whatchamacallit, where you're in a college.
Well,
and you're
my character is a
illiterate
high school
child
dropout,
actor.
so it would have been better if I dropped out of high
worked.
school. Yeah, I know. I moved to New York, and I went to Juilliard and studied acting.
Oh, that's cool.
How hard is Juliard? He's a great actor.
Really hard.
You
Really
have to audition
hard.
and get in. You know an
Yeah.
instrument too, because you have to learn how to play. Like, don't you have to,
No. I was just there for you. It's dance, music, or drama.
Oh.
So I
How
was
many
in
years school? 4?
4.
And who were you in class with? Anyone we know?
People above and below me have. Well, actually, a guy in my class is playing Abraham Lincoln vampire.
All
you know
right.
that?
Yeah.
So he's Abraham Lincoln. So Ben Walker was in my
Abraham
class.
Budinsky.
And who before and after?
Let's see. Well, these are all. I'm going to name highbrow people in highbrow movies that you guys haven't seen. Jessica Chastain, who was nominated for an Oscar for Tree of Life, which you guys all saw.
I know that. She's the redhead.
Yes, the redhead.
She's great.
Yes, so she was in school with me. Oscar Isaac, who's starring in the new Coen Brothers movie. Anthony Mackie, who was in Hurt Locker.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of other people that you guys know.
What about the other 100,000 that you went to school with who were doing nothing?
what happens to them?
Some people quit acting as soon as they graduate Juilliard. It so scars them that they just
Really?
immediately quit. Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. What's so hard
about it? We should start that for comedy.
No shit, right?
It's basically they rip you apart, they tear you down, and then sometimes they forget to build you back up. So I immediately went into therapy.
A lot of suicide.
Really? Wow, really? Was
yeah.
that rough?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I had to really figure out if I actually wanted to be an actor and remember what it was exactly that I liked about this.
Wow.
Because by the time I graduated, I was convinced that I was not very good at this, and I was terrified of the theater because, all you do is plays there. And I had been so criticized that I basically felt like, okay, film and TV, no one has told me I can't do that, so I'll audition for a film and TV. But I remember I had an audition in Lincoln Center, Juilliard's in Lincoln Center, and just being in 100 feet of the building, I started shaking on my way to the audition. So it was rough.
What kind of method do they teach you? Like, do they have a certain way they teach you to act? Is it like the method, or what
It's
is it?
not. They don't have one particular brand of acting training that they subscribe to. I mean, it's a really good program. I learned so much, but they basically are like, rip you apart. So I was on probation. I almost got kicked out.
For what?
Double secret probation?
Double secret probation for not acting well.
Did you have to see the head guy?
Oh, yeah, they sit you down
He
in
must
a
be
room.
the most frustrated actor in the world.
Oh,
No.
man.
He's been at, he's no longer there, but he had been at the school since the very beginning.
He was on season 2 of McCloud.
He sucked.
No, they hate film and TV, so there were no film and TV.
Of course they do, because none of them are in it.
Yeah.
He has a stammer, but he knows everything about Stanislavski.
They sit you down in a room with all your teachers, and they go one by one and tell you how they're, you're failing in their class. That's what
Wow.
and you get put on probation. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it was.
You paid for this?
Crazy.
I paid
insanity.
a lot of money. Yeah.
You ever
Why
see
do they
that
hate
on
film-
Toddlers to Tiaras?
Yeah.
It's all positive.
Now
Why do
that
they hate
show's
film and
great.
television?
Because it's a classical theater training
Yeah.
program, so they basically looked down on it and didn't. But it's also funny because they, in the lobby of the theater, they sort of have like pictures of different people from different classes, and you notice when anybody ever gets famous from a TV show, they discreetly put their picture up, even though they don't really, respect TV.
We don't
but
respect this guy, but look, he's making a few bucks
I
coming
know.
in.
Then
Came out of our
suddenly
school.
it's like, come and speak, and like here's the alumni board.
Come and
Please
speak,
give us-"
hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Brando? Brando did great theater and he did great Shakespeare on film.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
They don't, but they probably really like the fact that a lot of their alums have made, a lot of money in film and TV. But
I think Christopher Reeve and Robin Williams were roommates. at
Yeah.
Juilliard.
Yeah.
Did you meet Leroy, that guy who was a good dancer? but
Gene
he's from the
Anthony
streets?
Ray,
Gene
Davey
Anthony-
passed away.
Who is this? What are we talking
From
about now?
Fame. Do you remember? You must have
Yes.
grown up watching that show, Fame, right?
No, I
She's
never
a little,
saw it.
She's
Did
a
you have TV?
little
Or you like a
young for
weird-
that
you
one,
didn't have
Dave.
TV
He
growing
couldn't
up?
read the
My
washing
mom
machine ad.
My mom really did not want me to watch TV. She
See, I knew
hates
it. So
television.
I
All
thought
right,
she was too
guys.
young
But
for
I snuck
fame.
TV. I snuck TV. I would watch like
Oh, man.
Like
Kids,
what?
Kids in the Hall. I watched.
Oh, that's a good show.
I would watch. Back when Comedy Central showed stand up, I would watch stand up specials. I would watch
Colin Quinn?
Colin Quinn.
See Colin Quinn on there?
Yeah, I've seen Colin Quinn stand up. I would watch
Tight pants. back in the 90s.
Absolutely Fabulous. I would watch General Hospital.
Oh, wow. Now you're talking my... Wow.
That's a different type of acting because I've met those like soap actors,
Soap actors.
and they get the script that day.
Oh, yeah.
and they have to like learn it.
It's
and do it.
insanity.
So people always like put it down, but it's really like the hardest.
That's fucking really hard to learn.
See, huh?
I don't doubt it.
It's like 30 pages of they give it to you in the morning, and then you get like 2 takes too.
Yeah.
They are not. Yeah,
You ever do soap?
never.
Oh.
You'd be
done
great
it.
on that too.
Thank
you have
you.
that great
You
look,
got that
man.
look, yeah.
All right.
And,
Sign
walk
me up.
in.
James
your-
Franco did General Hospital.
Yeah.
I was
did?
in a soap opera. I played the man with breasts, and nobody knew what gender I was.
Jesus. I like in soap operas how they have to stop like right before the commercial.
Yeah, and then zoom in
And they
slowly.
zoom in, but they don't answer. It's like, well, why don't you tell me where you were last night? And the guy's looking like, and his lip is quivering, and he's
Yeah.
looking around like, but it's going too long for him to not answer. You expect him to go, well.
I know,
So
but it
he's
wouldn't
just-
be a soap. That's their
Yeah.
trademark.
I
If they didn't
know.
do it, you would be really sad if they stopped doing
And then
that.
I hate that because then they come back and it was something with the dumb Quartermains that I didn't want to see. Hate the
I haven't heard
Quartermains.
that name in so long.
Oh.
The Quartermains.
Oh boy, I
The
hated
great
the
thing about soaps
Quartermains.
are you cannot watch them for 15 years and nothing has happened.
Oh, it's the
still
same
the same
storyline.
actors and the same
How
storyline.
long was Stefano going after Marlena? Oh, it was forever.
Remember when she was possessed by the devil?
Yes, I
Of
do remember that.
course.
Okay, on my set, they have, they have all
Crazy.
books and DVDs as set dressing, and I found Deirdre Hall's video biography. It was one of the things in the set
Wow.
dressing. It is amazing. That's another thing you guys should Google. Go on YouTube. It is a video biography that she made in the 80s, and she interviews her leading men. She also does basically like a music video where she's just trying on different outfits with like really bad special effects. So anybody out there who
That
has a lot of
sounds
free time at work.
That's when you know your career's over. When your DVD or special is set dressing on another show.
Yeah,
just throw something back there so it looks lived in.
It's great. I
Yeah.
highly recommend Googling Deirdre Hall's video
Sounds
biography.
fantastic.
And the
I'm
other guys
in.
on the show, because I'm sorry, I've watched the show. I think it's really good.
Oh,
man.
thanks.
The other guys on the show are the 2 younger guys.
Danny and Donald.
the Brown and what's it? What?
Danny Pudi and Donald
Yes,
Glover.
those guys
Troy
are not.
and Abed.
They're comics, right?
Donald. Danny
Donald is,
yeah.
yes.
Danny had done maybe like sketch and improv, but Donald does stand up as well.
What's his last name?
Glover.
Yeah, he's a very funny guy. Is it hard working as a serious actress with these? I guess you can call them. Just like.
They're
comics who
funnier
act.
than me, if that's the hard part about it, I guess. No, I love it. I've learned so much from them because I like I said before, I never really done comedy, and learning how to like sell a joke and do a physical bit and all these things. I feel like I went to grad school for comedy, being on the show. And Jim Rash, who just won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for The Descendants. You guys, I'm sure, saw that movie as well. It's right up
you've
your-
seen this one.
And it's like landing
I didn't
like
care
a
for it.
thud.
I saw it too.
I didn't care for
You didn't care for it.
Clooney just
I'm
wandering
not a big
around
Clooney
Hawaii.
fan.
All right.
I don't hate him. I'm just not a huge
regardless,
fan.
Jim won an Oscar.
Right.
He didn't act in it.
Well, good for
and
him.
he's also a groundling, so he does improv.
Respectable.
Go on.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Go
now,
on.
Now, Oscar has no weight with you guys, but groundling does. I get where I'm at. But yeah, I feel like I've learned so much working with these guys, and so I.
You know what helps in comedy too? Like when you're doing
What?
comedy line, I wink after I say something. Like, here she comes. And you give a little wink, and the place
All right.
goes
I like
nuts.
that.
place
I'm gonna
goes
work
wild.
That in. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna work that in. You watch. Next season, I'll be winking a lot
You're
more.
let go. They will let you go if you do that. Take Jim's advice. Oh.
So, you know, I do this show on Showtime called Dave's Old Porn.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm totally, like, you would be the greatest guest.
Oh, man.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen retro porn, have you?
I have never seen retro porn.
I bet you your boyfriend is watching it right now.
Okay, that's probably a safe bet.
But it's good because it's really just we watch porn and, like, we talk about it, but it's old porn, you know? Like,
It's
really
just-
old
Oh
porn.
gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, wait,
golly
did
gee.
you say gosh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be a little.
She's out.
We'll
She's
get
out.
back to you.
She's
okay?
out, right?
95%
You didn't
something,
pass the
something.
audition.
You,
Look at that.
you do seem
Right.
like you've spent a lot of your time with getting to where you are now.
Yeah, this is the
any,
moment.
Any little detours of
This would be a
wildness?
bad for you.
Wildness?
thing.
No, I'm
No,
pretty
huh?
dull. No.
Wow, really? No. Like,
I was like a big bookworm NPR junkie. They all make fun of me because I
Wow.
listen to public radio a lot, and I like art. I know I'm the wrong gal for this show.
Well, what kind of art, though?
You're perfect.
What kind of art, though?
Contemporary art. I like to go to galleries in LA. A lot of my friends are visual artists
That's cool.
and photographers and sculptors.
That's cool. When you go to LA, you immediately get
Your
this
entire
cooler group
audience
of
is
friends.
just falling asleep.
what do you think of the Lionel Richie clay head from the
You
Hello
know what?
video?
You guys, I heard that when Nicole Richie was on the show, you spent a half an hour talking about
it's
the clay
all I
head.
could talk about with her.
We might have.
I love
It's a
that
great
dumb
it's a-
clay head.
It's a beautiful bust.
Yeah, it's a little big though.
Are you jealous of that head?
Of my peanut headed ass.
They could have used like a little piece of clay to make your
know.
head actual size. Hello, is it me? And
would've been a
they're molding this
30-second
little
video.
tiny head out of
Just
clay.
wet toilet paper.
Yeah,
I don't think our head's that tiny, by the way.
I never would have
No,
noticed.
it's
All right.
It's perfect.
Thanks,
You brought it
guys.
up. Remember, you
Thanks,
did.
guys.
Not
Do you
us.
have a model look? You like
Yes.
Ah.
Did you do
hot-
modeling?
A hot Heather Graham.
There
Everybody.
you go.
Hot Heather Graham.
Well, Heather
I-
Graham's a
Heather
little
Graham's
rough now. Not so much these days.
Oh, she's
I think she's great.
Not
you
so
know?
much.
You
these
leave
days.
Heather Graham
Yeah,
alone.
not so much. Not so much.
My mom worked
goodness.
for a department
Not
store
so
when I was little, and I did some mall runway shows for the
Aw.
department store when I was little. I was like in an Easter fashion
gosh,
show.
bagosh.
That's pedalicious.
Pedalicious.
You have the perfect life.
Yeah,
No, those
you're doing
mold
very
kid
well.
shows are like so. Ugh.
There's no
well,
scars
toddlers and
in it.
tiaras. You brought up
Very pervy.
Yeah.
toddlers and tiaras.
It
Yeah.
didn't seem
You watched
pervy
that?
at the time.
You ever watch Toddlers
no,
and Tiaras?
I've never seen
it's
it.
hilarious.
It's a
The
funny
mothers
show.
are despicable.
Yeah, it's like you know, they want these girls to be like young beauty queens
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they
so
dress them up like
you know, the
Jean-Benet
mother-
Ramsey.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
And
bad.
then Dance Moms is another one where
Dance Moms.
I never
it's
seen
supposed
that
to be
one.
about
That
the
is
moms.
in Pittsburgh, I think,
Yes,
where
it
I'm
is.
from.
Yes.
I've seen every time I go on the Soup, I see clips of these shows.
Yes.
I learned so much. Hillbilly hand fishing. That's one of
we were
Joel's
just
favorite
talking about
shows.
these horrible
noodling.
shows.
That's
Yeah.
that was a sex
Noodling
term.
for well, yeah.
There's
Well,
been a
that too.
renaissance of these shows that, you know, Joel must just love the fact that all these dumbass shows are out there now.
Oh yeah, and I think
plays-
it makes their job really easy.
A lot
over
easier.
there. I'm horrified though. Every time I go in the Soup, I mean, it seems like they must be fake, but they are in
It's
fact
all real.
Yeah.
And he's good, man. I want Joel on my porn show.
All right.
Joel
He
is
would do
very
it, you
good.
think?
Yes, I can speak for Joel. I've been authorized to speak on his behalf
All right.
for bookings.
All of a sudden, now you don't know anybody in L.A. Before it was artists and
Oh, man.
hanging out and all that stuff. Oh, Joel, we never talked.
I know some sculptors that maybe would want to be on the show. All
Girl
right.
that made the clay head?
All right, I could find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want some
thing.
fine art photographers, I know a lot of people that could be on your porn show.
That'd be great.
Okay.
It's more than
That's
just
kind
a
of a
porn show. Jim
crossover.
was on it. He was great.
I
You've
was.
never seen porn though. That was the great
Oh,
part
yeah.
about
Yeah,
the show.
people told me I was a real sensation.
He was. You know, what can I tell you? You're highbrow. This is a little lowbrow, but it's
All
good to
right.
balance it out. You
Yes.
never know what's going to happen.
I know exactly. You gotta.
We're all
Can't
going to
go
end up
around.
doing a Geico commercial at some point. I mean,
Bet they
it's
pay
all
well.
down.
It's all downhill from here. No, you're doing very well.
Oh, thanks, guys.
You're
Absolutely.
doing great.
And community is
Gillian
what time
Jacobs.
tonight?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock Thursday,
show.
NBC. Thank
8
you.
o'clock
It's a
tonight.
good show.
And once again, Gillian has a great appearance on our show. She's fantastic.
She's great.
You know what? got a bunch of dopey-ass guys in here, and you were able to just talk right over us and stuff at times.
Through us.
Pollyanna.
Yeah.
She held her own.
Yeah, you didn't
really
just sit
did.
there
We're
all
very
timid.
disappointed.
That's good, and it must come with being in the cast.
We love when they leave crying. That's not going to happen today.
No.
No, I will not cry
Juliard toughened her up.
I think so, David Tell. I think so.
If
That's
she could
a
work
kung
with-
fu monastery monk, school.
Let's not
If she
forget
could
about
work with that
Karate
prick-
Dog, by the way.
Karate Dog. I
Karate
know.
Dog.
That prick
Let's
Chevy.
bring it full circle back to Karate Dog.
Karate Dog
Everybody
rules.
look up the trailer
Yeah.
on YouTube. It will
won't,
be
but
worth it. Oh,
thanks
come
for
on.
suggesting.
It's amazing. John
Karate
Voight,
Dog.
Simon Rex, and Chevy Chase is the voice of Karate
John
Dog.
Voight.
Good old John Voight.
Voight's car.
I love The Champ.
Yeah, The Champ is a great movie.
I dreamt about that movie. I
You
think it was
did?
last
What?
night.
Boy or
Last
now?
night?
When you were a kid?
I couldn't sleep last night. I had this apnea test machine on my head, and I just had these really weird dreams.
For anyone that doesn't know what that looks like, but is a complete geek, that your sleep apnea thing looks like what they put on Chekhov's head during the episode where they had to go back and get the whales on Star Trek
Could you put it on for...
to cure his.
No, it takes too
he
My
long.
fell off the
grandfather has
aircraft.
the apnea machine. I know what that
Does he?
is.
Yeah,
It's not a
okay.
machine. It's a tester. Does he?
Oh, really?
Is his sit up? Does it help him?
Yes, a lot. He was... Yeah, he basically was sleeping all day because he wouldn't sleep at night.
Yes, I've been told it will give you a new lease on life.
Really?
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for a
New
new
lease on life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're right.
I'm tired of being tired. I like to juxtapose those words, Dave.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, we're going to watch Community tonight
Thank
on NBC.
you, guys.
Yeah, congratulations on the new season. That's amazing.
Well, we don't know about season 4 yet.
Oh,
but
I'm sure
we're back on the air, and we're very excited about that.
Absolutely.
And
Just
Dave-
do the best that you can, Gillian.
Thank you so
Just
much.
do the best that
You
you
sound
can.
like
Go
my
to
relative.
your
Go to
Subway
doll.
today.
You're a love. You're
Yeah,
just a
everybody
sweetheart.
go
Go
to
to Subway.
Thank them for supporting our show.
Let me get
Yeah.
a Jillian 12-inch.
Yeah.
Do they name a sandwich after
Wait
you?
a minute.
Hey, what's
Always
that
on
about?
the show.
Oh, man.
Heavens.
Was that a
oh,
tranny
guys,
joke?
Oh, I have something
Dave, she says
to tell you
gosh.
guys about. There was a community porn parody that never got released. Everybody
man.
needs to ask
Got a
for the...
copy?
No. I met a lady who was in the community porn parody.
Oh.
She said that no one working on it had ever seen our show. They didn't know anything
Wow.
about it, and it was so bad that it's never been released. So I really think that we need to start a petition
Yeah, I'd love to
get
see
it
it.
finally.
To get it released.
Yeah.
Ah.
That has to be really bad, though, right? To be an unreleasable
Yeah, exactly.
porno.
Yeah, parody.
They release everything.
If the script is too weak in a porno movie,
You'd be surprised, Julian. They're very, very tough with the scripting. And
Well, so Danny Pudi, who plays Abed on my show, is like 140 pounds soaking wet, like rail thin, and is Indian. And so for the porn parody, he was played by a Spanish bodybuilder. So that shows you how much they knew about our show.
They were taking some liberties, I see.
Yeah, they were completely unfamiliar with it.
All right. David Tell's going to be at the Stress Factory.
Thank you.
Starting tonight?
tomorrow.
Friday, Saturday.
Fridays. Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 shows each night.
We got problems this weekend because you got to see Jim and you got to see Dave.
We're in separate
How are we gonna
markets.
do this? How are we going to do
I'm
this?
Caroline's tonight through Sunday.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's fancy.
That is fancy.
A true gentleman.
And
Saturday is
schmancy.
sold out, so tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday.
And Attell at Stress Factory.
Yeah, if you're in
Yes.
Jersey, go see Dave. If
If
you're
you
in New
don't
York,
have,
come
if you
see
don't have
me.
money for the toll, come see me.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a way to sell it. Very
See,
good.
this is real whoring. That's what we do.
If you're in Long Island, come see me, and if you're in Philly, go see Dave. We can split the difference.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
you can work
always
together.
find a way.
Everyone's fine.
And another fine appearance by
Yes.
Gillian.
Gillian,
Thank you,
you're a
guys.
treasure. Thank you so much
Thank you for
coming
having
in.
me.
I think we're done.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Bye. Yes, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
That's it?
That's it?
Thanks, guys.
I
Done.
You've heard about it. You've waited 4 long hours for it. Finally, the moment is at hand. After Opie and Anthony Live is coming up next. Yeah.